Honor Flight. The music starts at 6. Let's raise a glass and show our gratitude to Western North Carolina's veterans. WWNC's Salute to Veterans, November 11th. Don't miss it.
21-time nominated Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. The Cosmic Roundup and Rodeo Tour. Saturday, November 15th, 7 p.m., Harris Cherokee Center.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere. Time don't matter to
On
me.
sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Maybe I'll be fast as you.
Dwight Yoakam Live. Presented by Big Spring Entertainment.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Ingles studio,
WPEK Fairview,
WMXF Waynesville,
W225CJ Candler,
the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. That's win. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Live from the Ingles studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. It is
Power Rankings Tuesday.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm back. This is the first time I've been in this seat in a long time. Done shows in Greenville. Did a show from my house. We've done a show in Charlotte. We've done 2 shows from Bears since the last time I was here.
We're traveling fools.
I keep the roads hot. Last night, I'm glad I keep the roads hot because the tires were nice and warm as they went through the frozenness.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little bizarre to leave clear Greenville and get home to slushy Asheville.
Yes. Thankfully, we didn't have any major accidents this morning. Last night was an absolute poop show.
I drove through it.
On I-40.
I know, I drove through it.
Oh, did you?
I didn't hit 40. I drove over 40.
Okay.
And I saw the backup on 40.
Yeah.
I saw a handful of wrecks on 26.
There were some people said they sat there for 3 hours last night.
What I saw looked as though it had been you'd been there a minute.
Shoot.
There was a very aggressive wreck on 26 that I passed.
There was a guy who was driving a food truck and opened his food truck on the highway to feed people. Like,
wow.
He posted.
First of all, good for you.
He posted on social media, "Hey, if you're stuck in this traffic, I'm, at mile marker 43 or wherever it was." It said, "Come get you something to eat. No charge. Just come get you something."
Let's find out who that guy is and give him a little love. Don't know where he is, but good for that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I love Western North Carolina. These are my people, and that's the kind of things that we do. And when times get wooski, as old Eddie Fox likes to say.
I found myself using that term a lot.
He says it enough. You got to use it because it's fun to say. But when the weather gets wooski and you need some help, your neighbors are going to step up and help you, no doubt about it.
Eddie has the wooski, and I have the wooer. We're a bunch of woos.
Yeah.
I also got pointed out that the new intro for Overtime, my Monday night call-in show, sounds like Ric Flair. And the fact that we don't have 2 claps in a mock draft at the end of that is incorrect. And I can now attest to you, we're gonna have that.
2 claps in a mock
draft. Give me
draft.
2 claps in a mock draft. Woo!
It is the Sportsocracy. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday, which means we will go through the entire NFL from the suckiest of the suckage on up to the, do we have a team that we trust at this moment?
I have a team that I trust.
I got a couple.
I have one, and they have a pissed-off bird on their helmet, and it ain't the one that played last night.
I got a couple of teams at the top that I think are going to be real dangerous when we get down to it here. But first, last night.
Monday Night Football.
The frozen tundra.
I am really glad to be back in here. I see this studio is formatted for me. So when I yell, the microphone doesn't go, oh, God. What
Does
was
it
that?
do that in Greenville?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we have a segment down there called Can I Pick That Dog?
Uh-huh.
And every time I did that, I could hear the modulator in my ear going, nope. We don't have that much keister. So Mr. Engineer is working on a little butt implant because we're gonna need it.
Getting a little bit of a butt implant.
Got a little wooski, as Eddie would call it.
Okay, all right. 10-7. How'd you like that ball game last night?
I'm so glad that I missed the vast majority of it. We planned on, we were going to talk about the game as the show went on. Well, it kicked off at 8:20. We were done at 9. Literally nothing happened from 8:21 to 9 o'clock that required me to say anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
horrid.
Awful.
Terrible Monday Night Football game. All the way down to the end. Green Bay is offensively inept. To be just the nicest I can be about it. Jordan Love is a drive killer. Only outmatched by Michael Penix Jr. Probably not only outmatched, but he's certainly outmatched by Michael Penix Jr. Maybe there's a host of quarterbacks.
In a world that has Justin Fields, anything that has to do with poopy quarterbacks, he deserves the number one spot.
Look, I don't put Justin Fields in that category because Justin Fields isn't even a drive starter. So, I mean, at least there are teams that can start drives. Justin Fields, not so much.
Can we have a real honest conversation? I'm looking at Green Bay Packer fans. Can we have a real honest conversation? And this is one of those that I feel like this needs to be what we don't do, Facebook or social media wise, where, we've said some hurtful things to each other, but now it's time that we come together as a people and you understand that you were wrong and I was right. Nanner, nanner, boo-boo, sticker head and doo-doo. Because Jordan Love is everything I've told you that he was.
Mm-hmm.
The good is really good. But then there's this bad that I don't know what to do with. And last night, it was just bad. That offense, the last handful of weeks, has been bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do with Green Bay anymore. Do you? I mean, can you put your thumb on that team?
Not really. I mean, I feel like, I feel like, they're going to go up against teams that they should beat and they'll win those games, but will they?
They scored.
They tied the Dallas Cowboys, that 40-40 game. They got by the Carolina Panthers on their home turf. So no, I guess I really can't put a finger on this.
They scored 20 points in 2 weeks and both games were at home.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look in the NFL, they're roughly, I'll say 12th in yards per game. Passing offense, about 10.
Mm-hmm.
They rushed a little. I'm not going to lie. When you look at the bottom half of the league and teams that cannot run the ball, it is shocking to see Green Bay, Philadelphia, Miami, Tampa Bay, who I thought they were going to be one of the best running teams in the NFL, San Francisco, the Raiders, who just drafted one at 6, and Cincinnati, who Chase Brown was supposed to be a thing.
Right.
That's 7 of the bottom 12 teams in the NFL in rushing. That's shocking. And I look at Green Bay and the way this team is constituted and Matt LaFleur and all of it, there is just nothing that I'm confident in. I'm not confident in the receiving core. I'm not confident in the offensive line. I like Josh Jacobs, but at this point they're loading up the box because they're not scared of Jordan Love. I'm not scared of you beating me deep, to the point that Nick Sirianni, with 30-some-odd seconds to go in this game last night, went, I'd rather take a shot to the end zone than risk the punt. Punt could get blocked. I saw a lot of people that, why would he do that? I understand why you said that. I really do. But this is almost when Pittsburgh kicked that ball out of bounds a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
You had the 15-yard penalty. They kick off from the 50, and you didn't know the rule. It's 25 yards from where you kicked it off, so I'm guaranteed this ball lands at the 25-yard line. Kick it out of bounds. I've seen 2 other teams do that since. I'm kind of looking at where Philadelphia was. I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to throw the best offensive play in football, which is the underthrown go ball, to A.J. Brown with a corner that I'm not scared of. And I'll be honest with you, I was looking for the flag. I don't know if you were. The second I saw that ball go over A.J. Brown's head, I was looking at the officials going, that flag's coming out because he did interfere with it. They didn't bail him out.
Right.
But Nick Sirianni's looking at this going, I'm not scared of Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I'm not scared you're going to hit one over the top. I think it was the wrong call. I would not have done that, but I understand how you got there because I'm not worried about you. He took one shot to the end zone, which was to Christian Watson. It was a horrifically poorly thrown ball. If he throws it to the sideline, there's a possibility we're having a way different conversation today. But he wasn't worried about it. I got Andrew Makuba deep. I got Quinyon Mitchell. I got Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean was running in lockstep with Christian Watson. I'm just not worried about you. And it's the funny thing about the NFC to me is that there's so many teams on the high side. And outside of Seattle, I don't know that I believe in one of them. I mean, did you walk away from last night going, yeah, Philadelphia, they really turned the corner coming out of that bye? Because I didn't.
No.
You know what I couldn't stop thinking about with Green Bay last night? Why in the world is a team that has Jalen Hurts playing quarterback and Saquon Barkley completely unable to run the ball? Saquon had 22 carries last night. He averaged 2.7 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. He doesn't even look like the same player.
No, he looks like New York Giants Saquon. This is what what it looked like when he was behind that terrible offensive line.
I don't agree with you, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't think it has anything to do with Philadelphia. I don't think it's the line's not good enough. I think it's your quarterback's not good enough. Because I saw this last night with Green Bay in the limited amount I got to see it live, and then I binge watched it at about 6:45 this morning. There was a lot of safety in the box, which is weird when you're looking at A.J. Brown, you're looking at Devontae Smith, and then you go through what they've done this year. Devontae Smith had 4 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown last night. Do you understand that's one of the best games he's had all year?
Mm-hmm.
He's beaten that yardage-wise 3 times. 3. That's the 3rd time he's been in the end zone all season long. That's with the safety sitting in the box. I looked at both quarterbacks last night and went, I don't think either one of you are what people tell me you are. Jalen Hurts, when everything was copacetic, everything was hunky-dunky. Saquon Barkley's rushing off at 4.5, 4.7 yards a carry. The offensive line is incredible. You're getting those one-on-one matchups. A.J. Brown's winning them. Devontae Smith's winning them. Oh, by the way, your defense is evil. Of the things I just said last night, what changed? Is A.J. Brown still winning on the outside? Yes, not at the same rate, but yes. You can tell he's in his head. Mm-hmm. He's angry.
He's ticked.
He's angry because he's looking at a quarterback that's not getting me the ball at the same rate that he did.
Right.
Devontae Smith is still winning at almost the exact same rate that he was. What changed is you're not running. I don't have that ability. Yes, the safety's in the box, but there's times that it's almost token pressure because the safety stands there to go, don't do it. Don't do it. Xavier McKinney will come down with his hair on fire. But as soon as the ball snapped, he drops out. And that's enough. All I have to do is mess with Jalen Hurts just a little bit.
Yep.
And we wind up with Grumper Palooza 2025, a 10-7 Monday night game that shows every issue with both of those teams.
Yep.
We have our first Super Chat of the day.
All right. Super Chats, of course. You can get those in on the YouTube stream. You got to join the chat, though, so you can do that. Here we go.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
We have 2, and I'm going to do them in reverse. Eamon Report said time to put Matt LaFleur on the hot seat. I think there are a lot of coaches. We're going to talk about this in the next segment. I think there are a lot of coaches that are good coaches that maybe it's time we start looking at, has the message gone stale? Because I started thinking about something last night after the Monday night game ended, and now I can't unsee it. And one more.
All right.
So fresh, we ball, no stress, because we making that money.
It's from Soaring Eagle, who was one of our first callers last night. He said, listening to last night, I learned that over the phone, I sound like a mix between Sheldon with a bassier voice and just every brainy nerd ever. I detest the sound of my own voice to the point of I think my voice has changed, and I didn't realize it. I get people all the time that come up to me and go, I understand why you work in radio. You have a radio voice. I had a guy look at me the other day and go, I could listen to you talk all day. And I went, okay.
It makes you feel a certain way.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And I know you mean that as a compliment, but I did feel like we were supposed to hold hands and talk about how much we like the Care Bears, which was weird for me. I didn't like that.
He didn't even know what a Care Bear is.
Nope. He didn't ask how much either. I didn't like that. I don't like the sound of my own voice. It's getting better, and that's only taken 6 years. When we first started doing this show, I couldn't even listen to it.
Oh, hee-haw.
Oh, yeah, because I sounded like hillbilly hand fishing with Credit Kitchens. We got this salmon that's dead. That's why it's red. We caught it. We shouldn't eat it because it's dead. That's what it sounded like the entire time.
We got one more. This one's from Joe.
If you don't say LaFleur the way Ben Stiller did in Dodgeball, you did it wrong. Cram it in your cram hole, LaFleur.
He's the best.
Why do we not use that drop every time we talk about Matt LaFleur?
I don't know.
We're
just laying down on the job.
100%.
Yeah.
We should be gooder at our job.
We should be.
And, that is one thing Tank and I do on a daily basis. We look around and go, they pay us decently. And we just don't have enough to do.
No.
Poor Tank was doing imaging he was doing imaging for a show after this show that he has to do between this show and a veterans event tonight. You got here at what time this morning?
4:15.
4:15. You got here at 4:15. You will see your house at what time tonight?
Oh, probably 10.
10 was the answer in my head.
Something like that.
I got one day of your schedule and went,
how'd we do that?
Oh, we gotta lighten the load on that bar because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we'll do three radio shows today, 8 hours of live coverage, and then a 2-hour event afterwards. So it's gonna be a full day.
I did 2 with 150 miles of driving. I got home, looked at Amy, and went, I'm gonna have a pizza and go to bed. And she went, this is our Mondays now.
We will be going to Cultivated Cocktails tonight at, I'll be there at 4 o'clock. From 4 to 6, Mark Starling and I will be doing like a red carpet kind of a show.
Oh, the show's from Cultivated.
Yes.
I can totally show up for that.
Yeah, we're at Cultivated Cocktails for the show from 4 to 6. And then from 6 until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that, is our Salute to Veterans event, which we're going to have a whole bunch of special guests joining us via Zoom, all kinds of, colonels and lieutenants, and talking all kinds of stuff related to the military, veterans, Peabody Award-winning actor Nick Searcy from Justified, Art Mullen, will be joining us via Zoom at 7 o'clock tonight.
Show.
He was Raylan's boss.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, he's got a great. He has a great Southern cop voice.
He's from Cullowhee. He was born and raised in Cullowhee. He is a North Carolina Tar Heel, and he is a staunch supporter of the American military. Good friend of WWNC. So he's going to be joining us, thankfully, from the West Coast.
That's super cool. He has a great cop voice.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a guest lined up that was the actual pilot of the Top Gun stunts, like the last movie. He got double booked, and yeah.
Did you inform him I don't know if you know
I just
this.
wanted to know how
we are heroes.
I just wanted to know how much did he have to fight Tom Cruise to get away from the jet? Because Tom Cruise likes to do his own stunts.
Well, I mean,
you will not touch my $1 billion jet. Get the hell away from
See, the better question, and you're the more learned interviewer, but the question I would want to ask is how hard did he have to fight Tom Cruise to get away from Scientology?
How did you not get got?
There's a door, and if you go through it, your whole life changes.
You're in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons? You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
This is an all-new era of Carolina football.
Cost at the 40, touchback. Cost at the 20. Caleb to the house. Touchdown, Carolina.
Don't miss 1 minute of the action as Coach Bill Belichick takes the reins.
High bring down the sideline. Cuts back at the 5. Give them 6, baby. Touchdown, Carolina.
On your home for Carolina football.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
This Veterans Day, WWNC invites you to salute veterans at Cultivated Cocktails in Asheville. Join us Tuesday, November 11th for a powerful evening featuring live music from Nick Mack and the Noise, special guests, and a celebration for those who have served. Veterans get in free. Just a $10 donation for everyone else, with proceeds supporting the Blue Ridge Honor Flight. The music starts at 6. Let's raise a glass and show our gratitude to Western North Carolina's veterans. WWNC's Salute to Veterans, November 11th. Don't miss it.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit bearsbbq.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
We are the Nix family, and this is our Ingles story.
Welcome to Henderson County, North Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its 5th and 6th generation, cultivating fresh fruit for the local community and beyond. For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingles markets, and we look forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Cott?
Back on ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy coming to you live from the Ingles studio. Yesterday was the day. Brian Daboll, gone.
Brian,
Brian, what happens when you die, Brian? Do you become the new offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills?
I think he smoked a lot of celebratory heaters.
Oh, I would bet he got that notice I got fired, and he just lit up a dart and went, "It's a great day to be alive."
You feel like the pressure of the world is off of you for a moment.
I don't feel like anybody leaves New York and goes, "Oh, shoot." Like Robert Saleh last year. You think he got that notice and went, "Oh, I'm going to miss this so much"? Or did he call Shanahan and go, "It's happening.
Yeah.
This is not a drill.
Yeah.
Get the jet ready.
Daddy's coming.
Get the jet ready and get me that schmedium dry fit Nike so I can show off the guns."
The schmedium. Oh, we've talked kind of ad nauseum about, Mike McDaniel and other coaches that should be looking at, renting a truck, maybe to move their stuff out of town.
Hope you're renting, bro.
Who else, though?
There are a handful of coaches, and I'll be honest with you, the primary for me, Matt LaFleur's on that list, because I think you have to look at him at some point and go, is he ever going to get you where you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Because we got there with Mike McCarthy.
Right. I was going to say, he's very Mike McCarthy.
By the way, what is it about Green Bay that they find a way to get coaches that are good, but just they can't get you over the hump?
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to have players for that as well. And Green Bay doesn't have the players right now.
As a fan of a team that's done nothing but find your scraps and pray to God they were the best quarterback we've ever had, you can shut your damn mouth about I haven't had players. You've had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love for the last 40 years.
They won Super Bowls with both those guys. Not Jordan Love. I don't think they're going to get to it with Jordan Love.
I feel like you just went, any idiot we put in this chair will be fine.
I mean, Matt LaFleur is a great regular season coach. To me, he's, like Sean McDermott, to me, is the new Matt LaFleur.
That was the other one I was going to say, and I'm not going to lie to you. I got this in my head, and now I can't stop. If Sean McDermott and Matt LaFleur traded places right now, do both of those teams get better, worse, or stay the same? Because I think they both get better.
Maybe.
Sean McDermott brings Brian Daboll with him to work with Jordan Love, who is a mobile-ish guy. He's not going to be Josh Allen 2.0. It's not going to look like Jackson Dart. But I think that would help. And you bring in Matt LaFleur to Buffalo, who puts more of a constraint around the offense. They're going to run the ball more. And instead of Josh going pitchy, woo-woo about 3 times a game, where he gets to the line and goes, I don't like any of that. Bail out! And runs backwards 12 yards. Matt LaFleur's never going to allow that.
Right.
And it got in my head.
Well, I don't know.
And I couldn't stop.
I don't know. He does allow Jordan Love to throw it without looking at where he's throwing it.
Well, that's because Jordan Love, I swear to you, Baker Mayfield is the quarterback that he strives to be.
Yeah.
You know what? There are 3 defenders right there, but there's maybe the width of the football and the width of my index finger that I can fit this ball into. And if this works, it's going to be special.
Yep.
And the crazy part is they do at times. It does work.
Because he's like a Dude Perfect video. He just turns the ball loose, like looking at the sky, and he'll throw it to the corner of the end zone and just go, well, I hope this one works. Oh, look at that. He got it. Look at him.
Did you ever – what's that movie with he was one of the Avengers. He's the one that, like, spins things in the air and he moves time.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Jordan Love has a Doctor Strange quality to him of sometimes he will make the most god-awful throw you've ever seen. And he Doctor Stranges the defender and goes, freeze. You're going to see the ball, and then you're going to poop in your pants and be afraid that people are going to notice, and you're just going to stop.
Okay. All right.
I've never seen anything like it.
All right, so we got Matt LaFleur. We have Sean McDermott. Mike Tomlin's on this list.
Mike Tomlin is on this list.
Did you go John Harbaugh?
No.
Because you think the resurgence is coming. I mean, you're sold that they're fully in
Baltimore's the second
seek and destroy mode.
Baltimore's the second scariest team in the AFC to me.
Okay. All right.
New England has every piece. They have the quarterback. They have the running game. You do have to give it to Travion Henderson, which this is day 76 of me looking at Josh McDaniels going, do it. I don't know why you won't do it. Stop giving it to Ramondre Stevenson. Travion Henderson is a dog. Just do it. They have the line, they have the defense, they have the coach, and they have the front office. Mm-hmm. The part about New England, the thing of New England to me that's so undervalued is what that front office has been able to do through free agency in the draft. Because you have spent your dollars on the Carlton Davises, on the Milton Williams, even Robert Spillane, who I had zero faith in. It's all working because it's all working to what Mike Vrabel wants. John Harbaugh has that. You know, I've talked ad nauseum about the two moves they made at the trade deadline that I think fixed both of the issues that Baltimore has. Now I'm looking at the offense going, the defense isn't the sieve that they were. The offense can be a little more patient. Lamar can get back to taking those shots every 8 to 10 to 12 plays, which is where he has been when he's been at his most efficient. If you look at the MVP years, big play percentage was actually lower than it was in other seasons because he stopped taking so many deep shots. He also stopped throwing as many interceptions. He stopped turning the ball over as much. What Baltimore has right now is living proof of why this works. You had a huge problem, and you have a synergy between your coach and your GM. The GM knows what the coach wants 100%. Whether it was Ozzie Newsome or now Eric DaCosta, they know exactly what John Harbaugh wants. They know what he needs. Everybody was panicking over Zach Orr, including myself, going, you should have hired Anthony Weaver. Weird. Figured it out.
You give it time.
Figured it out. We got the right players. Mm-hmm. Still got the right players. Mike Tomlin doesn't have that because that front office under Omar Khan has not been what it was in the past. There's a lot of, well, we got Jalen Ramsey. Well, whoop-de-damn-do. What'd that do for you? Because now he's playing safety. And I want to tie this into something that's being said in the chat. Gambit, oh, yeah, I need to ask Jeremy if that was still a bad get by Howie. Here's the thing about Jalen Phillips. You ever been wrong? I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I noticed it early. I went, oh, God. Jalen Phillips just ate somebody's lunchbox, cookies, and took the note and put it in a place that Mom did not intend for it to go. Yeah. And then he did it again, and then he did it again. And I sat here going, that's that right there. That's not going to age well. I'm just a boy looking at a camera going, I was wrong. And you ever been wrong? Happened to me.
Can you forgive me?
My bad.
Yeah, I tried to tell you.
That was
the Jalen thing.
That Jalen Phillips thing, that was we've all been on a Tinder date where you see the girl in the picture and you're like, yeah, she's super cute. And then you sit down and the first thing she tells you about is her third baby daddy. And you go, I'm in danger. I need to go away now. And you start texting SOS to your friends. I was at SOS level with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of, oh, my God, this is going poorly.
You are in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll be back right after this.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gust in from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. Then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday, a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Let's talk turkey.
The free iHeartRadio app is the #1 app for radio. No stuffing.
Just live radio, 24/7 news, live sports, and your favorite podcasts. And you can save them all with easy presets.
Get what millions are already thankful for.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM at 1400. Jeremy, I think it's time for me to come out and just say it. I have a new crush, and my new crush's name is Caleb Nathaniel Wilson.
It should. As a Carolina basketball fan, it should be.
Excuse me, Caleb Noah Sheldon Wilson of the Carolina Tar Heels.
It's a solid name.
It is a solid name.
We went biblical sitcom character.
Mm-hmm.
That's strong.
Caleb Wilson is the new star player for the North Carolina Tar Heels, and Jeremy and I saw him put on quite a clinic the other night against the Kansas Jayhawks.
He's good at football.
He is very, very good at the basketballs. And after the game, they were talking to him about what motivates you. How do you get up for a game, basically, was the question. He said, so before every game, he sets a special game-specific background to his phone. And the one for the Kansas game was something to do with Peterson. I forgot his first name. The #1 recruit in the country that plays for the Kansas Jayhawks. He was the MVP of the McDonald's All-American game, and Caleb was on his team, but never got to touch the ball. And Caleb is ticked off about it and said he went through the whole week just thinking how he has been disrespected, and that's how he treats every game. Caleb Wilson is now my favorite college athlete, period. He may be the best freshman that Carolina has had since Joe Forte. You got to go back a ways, but remember Joe came in and lit the ACC on fire.
He just never missed.
Yeah. Dude was unreal. Caleb, both sides of the floor, defense, offense, scrambling for loose balls. This kid is all over the place. He is on a mission, and enjoy the next 5 months.
Because that's all you're going to get.
That's all you get.
And then he's going to go play for the New Orleans Pelicans.
That's all you're going to get.
Also, after that Tank Spitzer kiss of death, I feel like he should be calling an insurance agency to get himself a real good life insurance. Because that Tank kiss of death is aggressive.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
You are that guy. I didn't put it on you. You did it to you. My story is about a team that I love to hate because they are just so unbelievable, hateable. No. Tank, which particular entity, this is a college team, do I hate more than all others?
The University of Miami.
They would be 3.
Florida.
That would be 2.
Oh, you're talking about the Pitt Panthers.
That's the one. Eat excrement, Pitt. And their coach just said a thing that may be unequivocally the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I can't disagree with it because he's not wrong.
Okay.
So he did his Monday press conference yesterday in front of the Pittsburgh media, and I'm sure that tens and tens of people were really locked into this until he said this thing that I'm about to tell for you. He was asked about the game with Notre Dame, and they asked, is this a must-win game for the Pittsburgh Panthers, a team that is contending for the ACC title, contending for a spot in the college football playoff? And he said, absolutely not. It's not an ACC game. I'm glad you brought that up. It's not an ACC game. I'd gladly get beat up by 103 or 110-10 in that game. They could put 100 up on us as long as we win the next 2. And that, boys and girls, is every single thing that is wrong with college football in one statement, because he's not wrong.
No.
Losing to Notre Dame does nothing, because here's the thing. Pittsburgh could beat Notre Dame, win the next 2, losing the ACC title game, you ain't getting in. And he knows it just as well as I do, because you're not very good. This is the same team that lost to West Virginia. By the way, nana nana boo boo, sticker head doo doo.
That is a very dumb thing to say.
It's a dumb thing to say out loud.
Yeah.
But he's not wrong.
No.
He said the quiet part out loud. We all know it.
Look, as long as you're undefeated in the conference, then
they have one loss in the conference. But as long as he winds up with one loss, they will probably be in the ACC.
Right, that's what I'm saying. As long as the conference record looks good, it's not going to matter.
See, in this, and I'm not trying to get political, but it's the best. I'm an analogy guy, so it's the best thing I got.
But
this is why I hate unions, because that they tend to protect the weak and the worthless. I feel the same way about conferences and this automatic bid. As long as the ACC gets a bid in every year, I talked about this on my show last night. Why do they have the incentive to spend the money? I don't have an incentive. You're guaranteeing me all I have to do is beat these other 15 turds, and that's good enough for me to get in, get the big money payout. I can put that into my program. I can fund basketball. I can fund baseball. I can fund volleyball. I can fund all of the things with one visit to the college football playoff, and all I have to do is be the best of the bad. Until you get rid of this, that ain't going to stop. And I am here to stand on my platform if I have a way to fix it.
Okay.
For your automatic bid to be an automatic bid, your conference champion has to be in the top 25. Has to be.
I'm down.
Has to be. Otherwise, it doesn't count, goes to the next highest team.
Well, that solves the group of 5 thing.
100%, because this year you're going to get JMU, which none of these teams are bad. That's not my point.
It's that they don't – what? They don't deserve it if they're not in the top 25?
It's that if they played Texas right now, they get beat by 30. If they played Oklahoma right now, they get beat by 30. And they would. I've watched North Texas. I've watched JMU. I know what these teams do. They're really good in this vacuum. It's the old Cat Williams line. Yeah, Chrysler 300 looks like a Phantom until a Phantom drive by. And then all of a sudden you get them against Ole Miss, and we're sitting here watching TNT on New Year's Day going, can we cut this off, please?
We're eventually going to get this right. Eventually the college football playoff system will get this right. Last year they had the big dream of the conference champions. The top 4 conference champions get buys.
And that was stupid.
Bit them straight in the keister immediately.
It's about to bite them. This is about to bite them again.
That's what I'm saying. Year by year. And and honestly, I'm glad that it's happening right now. I'm glad that it's not taking us 7 years to figure out how bad of an idea this was. When we talked about this over and over and over ad nauseum, what's the new system going to look like? What should it look like? I have constantly been on the side of I do not care. If you're Boise State or Cincinnati or whoever from these group of 6 schools, I know Cincinnati, I mean, they used to be, right? I don't care how good your regular season record is. You do not deserve a spot at the top just because, right? I'd make an exception for Cincinnati. Remember, they were ranked, 3rd in the country when they got into the college football. And that's
frog stomped by Alabama.
Sure. But you learned your lesson with that, right? You had to learn. Now you're going to learn again. Because what you're going to do is you're going to end up having JMU come into this thing, and then they've got to go on the road to play the 4 seed, who could end up being Oregon.
So there's a comment in our YouTube chat that I want to touch on. Sander Sports said, yeah, but then you have to have conference caps. There can only be so many teams in said conference because if you do that, it's the same product to Big 2 anyway. Why do I care about a conference cap? Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm going to say a list of teams. You tell me which one you don't think is one of the 12 best teams in the country. Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, Tennessee. I'm going to stop right there. Which one's not a top 12 team in the country? Which team that I just said wouldn't take every single ACC team out behind the barn and beat them bloody?
Yeah.
I don't need a conference. I don't care if the SEC adds Florida State, Clemson, North Carolina. I don't care if they have 30 teams. You're playing the best of the best every single week. Because every extra team you add, that's one more non-conference game that you're not playing. Did you notice the SEC bumped up the number of conference games?
Yep.
You know why they did that? Because they looked around and went, our best chance to make the playoff, the sustainable loss that we can take and still get that 5th, 6th team in the playoff is to ourselves. Mm-hmm. Losing to Ohio State didn't do us any favors. Texas losing to Ohio State, Texas the team that's on the outside looking in right now. They're the team that's going to get bumped out by the ACC and the group of 5 or group of 6 that nobody cares about. Mm-hmm. Why did we do it? Mm-hmm. Play your 9 or 10 conference games. Play 2 just absolute scrimmage games against an FCS school and a MAC school. Beat them within an inch of their lives. Let them take their $1.5 million check. And this, boys and girls, is the circle of college football life. Because those small-level teams can't survive without those checks. Mm-hmm. They can't pay any of their players, so they're literally a farm system for the rest of us. That's the only way that works. And we complain when Ole Miss plays the Citadel. Of course they do. You know why Ole Miss plays the Citadel? Do you know what their schedule has looked like for the last, good Lord have mercy. They played Arkansas the 3rd week of the season. Mm-hmm. Since then, they've played Tulane, who is currently the 2nd highest-rated group of 6 team we have. LSU, who was in the top 5 at the time. Washington State, which was an assignment game and they struggled with. Number 9, Georgia. Number 13, Oklahoma. South Carolina, who was supposed to be good. Then they got the Citadel. Then they still have Florida, and they have to go to Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. Even the bad teams on that schedule are exponentially better than what the ACC plays in a given week. Because there's no Boston College in the SEC. Boston College, who's literally their coach is trying to fight with media members saying, oh, we have talent. No, Bob, you don't. You're terrible. And it's super obvious. I am an old school capitalist. I don't think there should be any cap on how much money you make. I don't think there should be any cap on greatness. I don't want a cap on greatness. I want great to be great. If Jeff Bezos at Amazon could have only made $1 billion a year, do you think Amazon would look the way it does right now? Then why in the world do we limit the SEC, who's putting in more money than you? That's not even debatable. They're spending money that the ACC can't even fathom. They can't even count that high because the ACC's too worried about, well, we have to be academic schools. You know, we really need to be up on the top of the President's Cup. We really want to win that. We want to be good volleyball and softball. But nobody cares. It doesn't make any money. The fact that you do it is fine, but you're too worried about it. The SEC looked at 2 sports. They're good in baseball, too, which would honestly probably be 3.
I was going to say basketball.
They looked at football, men and women's basketball. That's it. We want to be good at that. You know why? Because they make money. Because people go sit in the stands for that. Everything else lives off the crumbs that fall out of their beard. Oh, I get so angry about that because I get on these tangents because I'm a fan of an ACC school. I went to a Big 12 school. And I'm looking at these two conferences going, you don't care as much as they do. And you know what proves that to me? That Texas Tech swooped in with $28 million, and now they're just boop, 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 bopping you on the nose every single week, and it's one of the worst programs in America. Has been for 30 years. They put $28 million into it, and they bought themselves a spot in the college football playoff because nobody else in the Big 12 cares enough to spend that much. The ACC is the same way. Clemson spends the money, Florida State spends the money, Miami spends the money, but all three of them do it the wrong way. And so now we reward them, and we're going to give, well, Virginia gets it. Won't that be good for Tony Elliott? No, it'll keep Tony Elliott employed for 4 more years for absolutely no reason.
You feel better?
I do. That felt awesome.
I've never known anybody to get so angry about.
I have an angry little man.
About the ACC just sucking at football.
Well, because
I feel like
angry.
We'd be used to it by now.
Because it makes me angry. Because we're protecting you. We're protecting you.
Well, because it's fair.
I don't care about fair. There's one fair in life. It shows up in your town in September. It's got Ferris wheels, funnel cakes, and people with no teeth.
Yeah. We had this fight about the Pac-12. We've had this fight about the Big 12 before. Now we're having the fight about the ACC because it's clear that they are getting left behind.
Look, and I, honestly, I've had the same argument about the NFL. Mm-hmm. It's not a money thing because up there the money's level. The NFC South's not as good as the AFC West. It's just not. Mm-hmm. Hate to break it to you. The fact you beat 6 of them, I couldn't care less if I tried. For many years, we've had teams get into the playoffs. They got into the playoffs on the backs of beating the dregs of the NFL.
Yep.
Then they get into the playoffs, and what happens? They meet a good team, and they get squished. Mm-hmm. And you take these huge, high-value monetary spots, and you lose them to bad teams. And it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Top 12 teams is the way that it should be. Way it should always have been. The top 12 teams in the country compete for a national championship. I don't care what conference you come from. I don't care what color is on your jersey. The fact that we can be sitting here having this discussion of the ACC has a team that does not care how badly it wins or loses, a non-conference game because they're protected by the system. That's where this all started. Pat Narduzzi actually said out loud that he doesn't care if they lose by 100 to Notre Dame because that's not a conference game. And it's all well and good in theory. First off, it's not something that I would say to my team.
No.
Right? I would never stand in front of my dudes and say, I don't care if we win this game or not.
You just looked at a slew of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids and said, I don't care if you slack off.
Right.
You spend the next week going 6-7, 6-7, and I don't care. I don't care if Notre Dame beats your brains out. I don't care.
We can be an awful team this week, as long as we're not an awful team in the next 2 weeks. Which, by the way, the next 2 weeks they have to play Georgia Tech and Miami. It's not this is
no layup.
Right. This isn't like, hey, we got 2 games to go and we're Indiana. Right? Indiana's got 2 games left on the conference schedule, and they have to play Roast Beef Tech and Rutgers. Like
now,
I got 2 ranked teams coming up. I'm playing another ranked team this week. How could you honestly go out there and tell the public that you don't care?
Now, I will say, and Sanders Sports followed it, and by the way, my anger there was not at what he said. I understand why you're saying what you're saying.
Right.
I'm too ingrained with some of the higher-ups of these schools, and I know that what Pat Narduzzi said, it's the first time somebody said it out loud. It ain't the first time they've said it.
Mm-hmm.
It happens a lot. And you probably draw the tea leaves of what you know about me and figure out what schools I'm talking about. But he said, I just more mean if you're going to recognize a conference, at least acknowledge their champion. I've always said that champs shouldn't be high seeds anyway. Here's the problem. And this is, I don't remember what show this is from, but I'm going to use a line, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard, and it's one of the truest things I've ever heard. I'm not saying you're not good at what you're doing. I'm just saying what you're doing is not worth doing.
Right.
Winning the ACC means less than zero to me.
Right. Winning any of these conferences is how I feel. It's how I've always felt. The AAC and the MAC and whatever. It's cool to be the best in your pond, right? The big fish in a small pond. You can be the best at that.
Hang a banner.
Right. But just because you're the best at your little group doesn't mean you can go on and play in the next group and be just as good. It doesn't work that way. You can't take the Asheville Tourists, let them win the South Atlantic League, and then throw them up in the major leagues in the World Series against the New York Yankees. What the hell do you think is going to happen? They are going to get smooshed.
It is that discrepant.
Right.
Because literally all of these smaller schools now are just a farm system. And I knew that was coming with the lower FBS, with the MAC, with the Sun Belt. I knew that was coming. Mentally, I'd prepared myself for that. I did not expect it to be the ACC and the Big 12. And if you don't believe me, look at these higher-level players that come into schools like Georgia and Ole Miss and Texas and Oklahoma. Look where they came from. I'm seeing way more guys that started at Utah or started at BYU or started at Baylor. I'm seeing way less than I thought I would that started at Appalachian State, that started at Coastal Carolina. They're not pilfering from the lower level. That middle tier is having to pilfer the little tier just to win 6 games and get to a bowl game for the $1 million payoff that they need to fund women's basketball this year.
Right.
The system's irrevocably – and that's the part that I'm angry at. I'm angry that Pat Narduzzi's right. I'm angry that he said something stupid, and I can't tell him he's wrong because he's right, because that's how this system's built, and it's wrong. Stop rewarding mediocrity. Winning the ACC just means you're the least stinky diaper in the diaper genie.
This is the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll get into the rankings for Week 11 coming up next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gust in from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. Then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys don't propose with a ring that she didn't pick out. Trust us, she already has a ring in mind. So engage with Gage Diamonds, in person or online, where Gage's skilled ring designers will work with her to create the perfect setting, matched with the perfect stone. Gage specializes in exquisite lab-grown diamonds. Financing available. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Lowe's knows that saving is always top of mind, especially this season. That's why we've picked some great deals for early Black Friday. Get free select DeWalt, Cobalt, or Craftsman tools when you buy a select battery or combo kit. More tools? Why not? Plus, we've got select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees starting at $59.98 because it's never too early to think Christmas. Get Black Friday prices without the crowds. Lowe's, we help, you save. While supplies last, selection varies by location.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
the perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
From the Ingles studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles studio.
It is ESPN Asheville. Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on
Power Rankings Tuesday.
92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. We are heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app and seen live in the Ingles studio on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and then join us in the chat.
Tank, could you write down the levels on my microphone so I can take those to Greenville with me tomorrow?
So you don't.
I need you to do this so I don't blow this microphone out.
It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. As always, start from the bottom. Now we're here.
And you know what? Today I don't want to spend a ton of time on these teams because we do that a lot.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans, awful.
Yep, they're 32 for me because they're bad. And when I say bad, I think you heard bad. I don't just mean bad. I mean bad like Johnny B. Bad. Yeah. Like B-A-double-D bad. Bad. That Tennessee Titans team, I'm trying to find something nice to say about them. And really the extent of where I can get is you didn't trade Jeffrey Simmons or Devondre Sweat, which I feel like should have been a non-starter, but you got there. And now I do have to say the unfortunate thing for Tennessee, which is you're probably going to have the #1 pick in the draft. And for the second year in a row, there's not going to be a quarterback that anybody wanted to trade up to get. Sorry.
Just take Reuben Bain and move on.
You know, it's funny you said that. So we're announcing a new content schedule on Friday. And finally, the Draft Nerds podcast will be a thing. I talked to Logan Paulson yesterday. He is committed to being a part of that as well. So we're going to have a slew of Draft Nerds. It will be myself, Tank when he can hop on, Bill Workman, Logan Paulson from the Washington Commanders, a handful of others. And we'll announce what days those are going to come out. And we're going to start it with a little birdie told me. And one of the things that a little birdie told me was maybe Ruben Bain is not the no-doubter that everybody seems to think he is.
Okay.
I like him, but not everybody does.
Okay, a little backpedaling there.
Well, I've said this about guys for years. I think we get tired of guys. Like, we see them for so long, we talk about them for so long, we see the deficiencies, and then we start really paying more attention to the deficiencies than we do to the good. And so you start narrowing in on that, and you're not narrowing in on the fact that you understand he is wrecking the soul of every single person he comes in contact with, right?
Right.
Oh, but he doesn't backpedal well. He did a cartwheel one time, and he didn't stick the landing. I don't care.
Tennessee Titans are at 32. Number 31.
The New York Football Jets.
Oh.
Hey, you beat Cleveland. Good for you. You didn't mean to. You needed 2 kick returns. You had -5 passing yards in the first half. Tank, I'm going to tell you a stat that I said last night, and I'm curious how close you can get. In the last 3 years, how many times has a team had negative net passing yards in a half?
Twice.
It's 5.
Oh, okay.
How many of those are the 2025 New York Jets?
4 of them.
That would be 3.
Okay.
They've done it 3 of the 5 times that it's happened in the last 3 years.
Wow.
That's hard to – and the crazy thing, one of the others happened with them as the defensive team because it was the Denver Broncos.
Wonderful.
The Jets are where offense goes to die.
Yes. Doesn't matter which side of the ball you're on.
But, Jet fans, you want me to make you feel better? Here it comes. You have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. I'm also not dead sold that they take a quarterback this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure any of the quarterbacks come out. I'm looking at Mendoza and Moore, and we went through this last night.
Right, everybody.
Quarterbacks that have less than 1,000 pass attempts over the last, and I can't remember how many years it was, their bust rate is in the low 70s. Every quarterback in this class that you would want, they all apply.
Oh, wow.
And all of them are going to apply, even through the rest of the year, short of maybe Mendoza. Mendoza might get there, but that's not a guarantee.
No.
Just food for thought. Maybe take your 3 picks, call Cincinnati and be like, hey, what would you say it takes for Joe Burrow?
Number 30.
Bring Batman to Gotham. I'm Jeremy Green, and I approve this message. Number 30 is your Las Vegas Raiders. Man, that's not going fun, is it?
Mm-mm.
You remember? Do you remember when we said, well, the Raiders are not that bad?
What you said. I don't know if you've got a squirrel in your pocket, Mr. Green.
Look, there are times that you get it wrong.
Uh-huh.
I got it wrong on Jalen Phillips for a game, and I got it wrong on the Raiders. And Tank, this is a good time for me to point out that I do indeed have a squirrel in my pocket.
He carries it just for this specific occasion.
Just in case I ever need to say we when it should be me.
You have such a bad offense going with Geno Smith and Ashton Gianti that clearly was not worth what you drafted.
Yeah, you remember. I believe there was a big ginger that tried to tell you that.
And you've taken one of the most dangerous weapons in all of football. Like, not NFL football, college football, like all of football in Brock Bowers, and you can't do anything with him because you're so terrible.
Well, I mean, because Geno Smith's he's just wrong.
Yeah.
You know, the Raiders are one of the teams that I guarantee you they're going to have a new quarterback next year. We do have a
Mac Jones.
Please don't do that. Just for my sake, because I want you to be good. Detroit Fan Man in our YouTube chat said Jeremy did, in fact, get it right about John Morton, even if he doesn't celebrate it. That one I didn't want to be right, But John Morton was the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets, and whatever year I die, it should have been 4 years later than that because he killed me early. As soon as they named him the OC, I went, you're going to wish you hadn't done that. But he's been – I don't care. You ever heard that phrase, a leopard doesn't change its spots? John Morton's that leopard.
Is it coming?
And you know what his spots are? They create a big poop right on his back.
I was going to say, is the crash out coming?
No, Dan Campbell took over calling plays because John Morton was so bad at it that he went, nope, I got this.
Okay, I missed that somewhere.
I did. You know what? I forgot we didn't talk about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Another part of why Tank is a hero, you do 3 shows in one day, you forget who you talk to about what.
This is very true.
Things mine are all about sports. You know definitively you didn't talk to me about Benghazi, and you didn't talk to Mark Starling about the Patriots defense. You know those 2 things.
I'm gonna give you a bell ring for the deep dive on Benghazi.
That
ain't been a thing in a while.
I talked about a whole lot of sports stuff yesterday, and I can't remember who I said what to.
All right, Week 11 power rankings at number 29.
New Orleans Saints. Now we're getting into, I can say some nice things.
Hey, they got a quarterback.
Because you will shuck around and find out. Dan Patrick, I know what you did. I was the first one that said that. And I know that. And you know that. And you know that I know that. So just a little dividend off those shirts would be pretty sweet. But Dan has a way bigger listener base than I do. So,
yeah, he wins.
Just give me a shout out. Just one young blood. It's good enough for me. The New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns are the same team to me. The difference is the Saints have a quarterback and the Browns don't. Because you have pieces defensively that I go, you could be a player. Chase Young could be a player on a good defense. Mm-hmm. Cameron Jordan and DeMario Davis, they're older guys. But you have pieces. Like, I'm looking at the Saints going, you're not as big of a train wreck as I thought. And now that you have shucked around and found out, your trajectory is pointing upward. You're going to have a really high pick. I think there is a good possibility that Reuben Bain or maybe Caleb Downs winds up in New Orleans, and that's going to be the center part of your defense. That's going to be the centerpiece of your defense for years to come.
Right.
You do have to get him some weapons because outside of Olave, you really don't have much. Juwan Johnson he's big. End of compliment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much else.
No, you got an aging running back.
But look, the Saints did it the right way. And I said this when they hired Kellen Moore. The reason it took so long is because they had to guarantee him, we're not going to be putting pressure on you 2 years from now because we know where this roster is. We know what we did. We've been crushed against the cap since the Reagan administration. I mean,
feels like it.
They've been that team that was $50 million over the cap for the better part of 5 years. So they know what they did. You have to reset the decks. That's what they've done. They're getting incrementally better. Frankly, they dusted the Panthers in their stadium this past weekend with a rookie quarterback. That's all you could ever want. You know, and I said that. You get 2 or 3 good wins, and by good wins, I mean you beat an NFL team, you should walk out of the season feeling good. Mm-hmm. And you got one over the Giants, who have a good young quarterback, Jackson Dart. You got one over the Panthers, who have a highly drafted young quarterback that I still think decently of in Bryce Young. You're well on your way. Mm-hmm. I would say New Orleans is ahead of where I thought they would be.
Yeah, I think though with Shuck, they're now teetering on the they're teetering on the possibility of doing that thing where you can win too many games to hurt your draft stock next year. Because they got 2 more with the Atlanta Falcons coming up, and that, well, you can't trust the Falcons for anything. They have the Miami Dolphins left on the schedule, plus the Tennessee Titans, plus another one with the Panthers. Like, there are games on this schedule that with a competent quarterback, they could win. And that would kind of give me pause, only because of the draft capital. But
and look, I'm the guy that says when you're going to be bad, be bad.
Right.
I'm okay with this team winning games. I'm okay with Tyler Shuck and Chris Olave and guys like that figuring out
They've got the Jets on the schedule.
Oh yeah, that game will be played on.
Holy smokes!
That game will be played on Fubo.
I mean, if you wanted to say those were winnable games,
I feel like YouTube TV is going. If this carries out with ESPN much longer, they're going to offer. We will show you the Jets Saints game with a $20 bill credit.
They have 7 games left in the season.
5 of them against terrible teams. I think they play the easiest schedule in the league.
It's all of them except for the Bucs. That's the only game they have left on their schedule that you go, there's not a great path that they win that game.
The Saints have the second easiest schedule left. The remaining, oh my Lord, the remaining strength of schedule, 354 is their winning percentage. Can you name the team whose schedule is easier? I'll give you a hint. We won't be saying this team anytime soon.
The San Francisco 49ers.
No.
We
We will be seeing this team in the power rankings long after we see San Francisco, which means they're going to be real high.
Like the Detroit Lions?
Not quite that long.
Philadelphia?
They play up north, and they have a quarterback that went to North Carolina that we're real fond of.
Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots, their remaining strength of schedule, 338. The one good team they have left is the Buffalo Bills. That's the only one.
Yeah. Wow. So New Orleans, I mean, you finally have something to look forward to. Of maybe this is our quarterback. He is the first one in 44 years to win a game as a rookie for the New Orleans Saints.
We have a super chat from our Charger fan friend, Curtis Davis. 'Cause it's all about the money, all about the money. I'm going to steal this phrase because it's my new favorite phrase I think I've ever heard. I hate to peter on your parade, Jeremy, but the Dolphins also had 5 picks in 2 years. Those turned into Tua, Austin Jackson, Noah Igbinoghene, Jalen Waddle, and Jalen Phillips. So be careful. In fairness, 2 of those players are real good, and one of them was good before his brain turned into your brain on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That egg got put in the hot frying pan, and now it's a little scrambled.
I just can't keep
He's not wrong.
I just can't keep looking past the last time you did this. You just did this a couple of years ago.
We wound up with good players,
right, a banger
but
of
we
a
missed
draft.
the quarterback. You have to get the quarterback right. It can't be Justin Wilson. It can't be Mark Sanchez. It can't be Tua Tagovailoa, which is why I'm saying wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Sit on it. Go. Also, Herbert MVP. Herbert he's getting into the MVP discussion. For me right now, MVP's Drake May 1.
I'd probably go Stafford 1.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
All right.
Darnold's 1B. Stafford's 1C. Then there's a drop-off. And that's where you get into the Herberts. I think Baker's still hanging around the bottom of that. Jonathan Taylor, of which, yes, Jonathan Taylor's been fantastic. Yes, I'm also afraid his legs are going to fall off like a Barbie that you put in the washing machine.
But if they don't, he's going to break a record. There's going to be some record's going to break.
Possibly. Or maybe NFL teams are going to go, maybe we should put more in the box because his whole offense runs off of him.
You better not. Alec Pierce will burn you.
He can. We also have another super chat.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
It's from Clay Barkus. So I think it's time for the Browns to entertain starting Shedeur. We've had a decent sample size of Gabriel, and he oh, how do I say that? He expels air towards dead Grizzlies.
Yes. I was crafting that in my head. And
I had to do,
you went word for word.
I had to do it. We had to really work that one through.
That was awesome. Expels air
towards dead Grizzlies.
Vigorously.
He is real bad. The only thing I will say about Shedeur is be careful what you ask for. Because he could come in. You remember that thing I just said about your remaining opponents? The Cleveland Browns have the 5th easiest remaining schedule. So there is a possibility that you bring him in here. He plays against the Chicago Bears, that god-awful defense of the 49ers, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Cincinnati, and then everybody goes, well, we got our quarterback, and the next thing you know, you're that team you just lost to on Sunday, the New York Football Jets. Of every once in a while, you pull a bunny out of a hat, and you go, look, Shedeur did it, except he didn't do it. He had nothing. He had nothing to do with it. I've never been as wrong as I was about saying quarterback win-loss record was a quarterback stat. It is not. And now I see all of your points on that, and I am sorry that I put those stupid words together and put them into the universe.
You're in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville on a Power Rankings Tuesday. We pick back up with number 28 when we return.
This is what it sounds like to win $1,000 in bonus bucks.
I got $1,000. Oh my God, thank you.
Get ready for it to happen to you.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Every weekday.
Awesome!
Looking for a career with stability and purpose? NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring correctional officers statewide with benefits, paid vacation, and opportunities to grow within the field. Learn more. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Nutcracker Magical Christmas Ballet returns to Asheville. The holidays are about family, tradition, and memories. This year, make yours unforgettable. Experience the magic at Thomas Wolfe Auditorium December 9th. Get your tickets now at nutcracker.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time of the
Open the app and search Holiday and start listening to your local holiday station.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts.
Last Christmas.
Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, counted in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow three, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the six-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit bearsbbq.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a f***ing disgrace.
Back in the Ingles studio on a Power Rankings Tuesday on ESPN Asheville.
Nope.
What?
Did it wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back on
Power Rankings Tuesday
on ESPN Asheville. This is the Sportsocracy. Don't forget to go check out on Monday nights now down in Greenville on AM 1400 down there. It's Fox
1049.
1049. Oh, you're on that FM step down there. Look at you. 1049 Fox Sports Upstate?
Yep.
Is that what we call it? Okay.
Yep.
Fox Sports Upstate. Monday nights from 7 to 9.
The Sportsocracy Overtime with me. With me. Had to direct the show yesterday. That was it's different. Thankfully, I had Trey Falco with me. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's also another fellow that doesn't watch movies.
Weird. So now there's two of you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he actually has a podcast of, I think it's called Surely You've Seen That, where they watch movies that he's never seen before, and then they narrate it. And I love that idea.
Oh, I feel
we
like
had that idea
I feel
forever
like we
ago.
should jump in on that.
I agree.
No
I
doubt.
told him that. Patrick Holt called in and said Creed sucks. The first
for
caller
you.
ever said Creed sucks.
Way to go, Patrick.
He asked a great question about the Washington Commanders, and then he said Creed sucks.
Uh-huh.
And one of those I answered happily, and the other one I just went, why do you hate fun?
Why are you wrong?
Scott Stapp is, to this generation, what Paul McCartney thought he was to the previous generation.
Jeremy needs a shirt that says Stapp Slaps.
To the merch store. All right. So the ones that we need to, the ones that I need to create are DTF, down to football.
Yeah.
The other one that says DTF, down to falafel. Peter, I'm here to Peter on your parade.
Yes.
And Stab Slaps.
Stab Slaps. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know what I'll be doing on my day off tomorrow. It's not really a day off.
Yeah. Power Rankings Tuesday here. We get back into it at number 28. Another team that doesn't deserve much discussion.
The Miami Dolphins.
Hey, they got a win against the Bills, though. I mean, look, there's positivity coming out of this locker room. Is there?
No. Because your coach still looks like he's slinging hashish for some cartel. Did you hear his explanation of they had the picture of him driving by that bar that's a well-known Bills bar, and he was apparently like yelling things at Bills fans?
Yeah.
Did you hear his explanation for that?
No.
He said AI's wild. You can't trust anything on the internet. Oh. And I'm sitting here going, a bunch of us use AI and we know. We know when it is and when it isn't.
I kind of like that response.
Mike McDaniels.
Fire him. Fire him and let him go be the head coach of the New York Giants. God, that'd be great.
I think he's going to end up the OC, probably back in San Francisco. Yeah. I mean, we're just going to get the whole band back together in San Francisco. We got Bob Salo. We got Mike McDaniel. That's a good time. Hey, if we get D'Amico Ryans back here, it's let 2020 roll all over again.
Get us back to a Super Bowl. We'll see. At number 27.
The Cleveland Browns. You're really, really bad offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Really bad offensively. But you have Myles Garrett. You would have been higher than this. You would have been higher than the team in front of you, except you lost to the Jets. And I don't care what the circumstances were.
How much better than everybody else is Myles Garrett? Just
every edge rusher? He's better.
I mean, he's better.
He's
right.
one. I think there's a significant. I'll put it this way: he's one. There's not two.
He's at 11 sacks so far this season. His run stop rate is 6.6%, which is fourth in the entire league. Not only can he get after the passer, but you're not running past him either. By the way, he is the number one most double-teamed defensive lineman in the league. And none of it matters. He has a pass rush win rate of 54.2%. He is one of one. He is the new Aaron Donald.
He's dog.
Far and away, best player we have.
We have a super chat from our buddy Soaring Eagle.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money.
He said, I've heard rumors from Raider fan pages that Pete Carroll's fired after year one. Chip Kelly gets promoted and he picks the future quarterback. Please do that. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can tell you what won't happen, and it'll be that. Because Chip Kelly's there because of Pete Carroll.
I saw Pete Carroll's name at number 2 on a hot seat list earlier today and went, Really? Are we there? Are we putting the Las Vegas Raiders suckitude on one of the greatest coaches of all time, or is he just in a terrible situation?
The only way that Pete Carroll's seat is hot is if he accidentally sat on his gold bond. That's the only way that seat's hot. He'll be there until he doesn't want to be there anymore. And look, everything I hear from Pete sounds like he's planning on being here for a while. But if he were to be let go, which I do not see any way that happens, it would not be Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that think Chip Kelly was the biggest mistake he's made.
Very well could be. At number 26.
The Washington Commanders.
Did that hurt you?
No, it makes me want to hurt you because you did it. Bull excrement, you didn't do this. Your kiss of death, it sharpened its teeth on my Washington Commanders.
Unfortunately.
I'm starting to think it's me. Teams bring me in and all of a sudden just
started turning away from Florida State. They were good for 2 games. You got back on the bandwagon. There they go. New York Jets got all together. The greatest quarterback of all time. And a whole bunch of cool draft picks. Jeremy's like, I'm all in. Big old grumper.
Yeah.
Maybe it is you. It's not me. It's you.
3 words. Sammy D, MVP. We know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm like
He's
David
playing
Banner.
the long game.
I'm like David Banner. We know who I'm is. We also know who you is. And you are the Kiss Spencer kiss of death.
Yes. The Tank Spencer kiss of death killed the Washington Commanders season.
We also need a shirt that just has a picture of a tank with your face on it that says Tanked by Tank. Indianapolis Colts. You'll feel my pain soon enough. Yeah. I know what he did.
Yeah. You're in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. We'll continue with the Power Rankings Tuesday after this.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gusting from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. Then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday, a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
The free iHeartRadio app. Pure audio awesomeness.
The most live radio stations and the most podcasts.
And you can access them instantly by making them a preset.
And it's all 100% free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit bearsbbq.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
It is ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy.
Spencer.
Heard everywhere you go. On the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. So when
it's okay. I forgot to
bring.
You didn't turn the microphone on. I forgot to bring the picture back.
Oh,
so
good. Well, nobody saw me false start.
False start. Everyone, but everyone.
Everyone.
Somehow they all false started. That's rare. It's hard to do.
It's all of us. It is the Sportsocracy on
Power Rankings Tuesday.
We're up to number 25 for Week 11.
This is where I'm not going to say it's getting markedly better, but I think there is a bit of a jump to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. I mean, the jump being solely on one side of the football and the fact that you're getting Joe Burrow back. He's targeting the Thanksgiving return. So that's, 3 weeks away? I think November the 27th against the Ravens is when they're hoping that he'll be back from the turf toe injury. By that point, you're just trying to salvage what's left. But when I have a season where I'm going to miss 12 games anyway.
I want you to remember that I said this. I said this last night about Brian Daboll, that he got fired not because of the losing. We knew they were going to be losing. He got fired, and I firmly believe this, because the Maye family looked at him and said 4 evaluations for concussions in 6 games is insane. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it's your fault, because I don't necessarily believe that. You're putting him in positions to save your job. And so we got to find somebody who's not in that same vein. And that's where you're at with Mike Kafka. I'm not sure Zach Taylor sees the next start for Joe Burrow. Because I'm not sure I can trust him to put Joe in a situation that doesn't put him in harm's way. Because you're trying to save your job.
But behind this offensive line, is there a way?
I don't.
I mean,
think so.
Do we start running the double shotgun where he has to line up twice as far back?
Listen, how far does the punter line up back there? Can we do that? Because he's got a big arm.
I'm going to line up 10.5 yards off the ball. You snap it to me. I hopefully will catch it, and we'll just toss it from there. Because that seems to be right. That seems to be the only path for old Joe.
Yeah, it's that line's bad. That team's bad. The defense is really the scary part. Mm-hmm. I know Zach Taylor's going to get got. I think he gets got before Joe comes back.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of hurt quarterbacks, at number 24.
The New York Football Giants.
Well, you've scrubbed the decks here as far as the head coach goes. Joe Shane gets to keep his job, and he's doing the search for the next head coach.
Joe Shane there is zero doubt. He has pictures of somebody doing something really weird at like a petting zoo. That's the only way that dude is still employed. Well, how do you draft Evan Neal and people just go, nope, not him. He's fun.
Well, because he also drafted Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart and Malik Neighbors and
Cam Scatterbo is
Abdul Carter, and
one of the reasons that I hate players like Cam Scatterbo, they make smart guys dumb. You do understand that everything that happened to him was very predictable.
Yes.
That was and by the way, I wasn't talking about you there.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Scatterbo is not one that I'm exactly putting in your win column yet, since he survived for about 15 minutes. He's like Juggernaut if Juggernaut wasn't invincible.
Right.
Hey, look, I can run into this wall real hard. I can do it again. I can just keep doing it. I shouldn't know.
Yeah, eventually
what
you're
day
gonna break.
is today? My name is Caterpillar. My head hurts real
eventually a guy like that running with reckless abandon is going to end up breaking. And unfortunately, that's what happened to him. But
put it this way.
I mean,
if
I
Cam
guess
Scatterbo's your high water mark as a GM, you were not a very good GM.
That's the only thing that saved his job, I think.
And look, he's fine.
Was the fact that he has drafted good skill players over the last couple of years.
I mean, Malik Neighbors fell in his lap. Mm-hmm. I don't really think I can give you credit for that one, because Marvin Harrison went one spot ahead of him, and he would have taken Harrison instead of Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't give GMs credit for doing things that any idiot could have done.
Well, you didn't screw it
we
up.
have Wan'Dale Robinson as our number one. Malik Neighbors is on the board. Brilliant. No. That would be, to me, that's the equivalent of, I'm thirsty. Should I drink water or gasoline? Water. One of those was just the only thing that made sense. The other one would have killed you.
The Giants coming in at number 24. Number 23.
The Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is not going awesome. But you got the highest yielding offense in the NFL. Woo. You also have a defense that's just gross. Mm-hmm. And the New York Jets now possess your draft pick next year, and I'm not going to lie, that gives me a lot of glee.
Well, it's one of those things. It's the thing that you always say, though. I mean, do I really care how many yards you have?
No.
No.
It's the most overrated stat in the world.
Right. You're not getting into the end zone. It's not translating to points. It's wonderful that you can have the number one offense in the league yardage-wise, but if you're not scoring the points and you're giving up 40 a game, that's not going to be a good team. Congratulations, you're the Miami Dolphins.
If you ever want the living embodiment of and now you say they're not scoring points. They're fourth in the league in points.
Are they?
But they're giving up a ton of points.
They lose a lot.
they lose a lot because they're not very good. Also because you go to defense, and yes, they're what I just say, fourth in the league in points allowed or points scored.
Yeah, but
they're second in points allowed.
But wait a minute,
second worst in points allowed.
But let's kind of dive into that whole. We've scored a whole bunch of points this year. They went 40 points against the Giants. 40 points against the Packers. Okay, I mean I give you credit for that. That's supposed to be a good defense. You scored 37 points against the Jets. 44 against the Commanders. Does anybody see a pattern here?
Yeah, you beat the smoke off bad teams.
Right. When it comes to playing actual teams that we might believe in, I mean, you gave up 44 to the Broncos. And that was an offense that I don't think could get away from, I'm not good at the analogies because I'm going to say something I'm not supposed to.
Yeah,
Jeremy's better at towing that line than I am.
I'm real good at analogies. Exhale air forcefully.
Yes.
On expired grizzly bears.
Exactly. That's where the Denver Broncos offense is at. And you let that team score 44 points on you. I'm sorry. I don't give you credit for being fourth in the league in scoring.
No, this is a bad team. And look, the rest of the year, do you know who Dallas plays the rest of the year? They still have one with the Giants, one with the Raiders, one with the Commanders. Their other 5 games are the Vikings, the Eagles, the Chargers, the Lions, and the Chiefs.
Woo.
You see a common thread there? They're not winning 5 of those.
Mm-mm.
I don't care if you have Quinnen Williams. I don't care if you have Mean Joe Green. I don't care. It's not enough to fix how bad that defense is.
No.
I think that Quinnen Williams deal, and I love Q. He's one of my favorite Jets that we've ever had. I think that deal may go down as one of the stupidest in NFL history. Because now you have 4 defensive tackles. Defensive tackle isn't really your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Your problem is you don't have anybody that can cover a wet dish rag. You have 3 corners. You're paying all 3 of them, and none of them are any good. Maybe get one of those. Maybe you should have called on Sauce Gardner. Mm-hmm. And then we'd have had your first-round pick this year, and I would have been really happy. Really, really, really happy.
Let's see. Next up?
22.
Where are we at? 22. Thank you very much. I lost my list here.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Uh-huh.
What exactly would you say that was? You were down 38-0 in the first half of an NFL game. That is not easy to do. And you've fought back to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona makes my head hurt. They're too good to be this bad. Like, you have too many players to be this bad. And I don't think it's just Drew Petzing. Look, I know the Eagle fans have said forever Jonathan Gannon's a bad coach. You're not going to like what he gives you, and I'm starting to get to that point.
Yeah, but you say you have too many players to be this bad. I look at that roster, and I see 2 players.
They have 2 targets: Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride.
That's it. That's the only.
That's just
one.
your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got Will Johnson, who's probably the stupidest draft slide in NFL history. Walter Nolan, Calais Campbell. You should Josh Sweat. You should not be this bad. Straight up, this team should not be this bad.
Okay.
All right, let me just humor me here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The Arizona Cardinals right now are 3-6. They're 3-6. Do you know the other teams in this league that are 3-6?
Who?
Or 3-6. The 3-win teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Miami Dolphins, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Washington Commanders, and the Atlanta Falcons. 3 seems to be that line of you have way too many players to be this bad. Because I would say all 5 of those teams should be better than they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they all 5 have in common? I don't buy your coach. Washington, I do. Your quarterback's been hurt. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to throw that baby out with the bathwater. The other 4, Raheem Morris, Jonathan Gannon, Mike McDaniel, Zach Taylor. You have a bad coach. Bad coaches are 2 to 3 losses a year. Let's say you've already hit those. Then you're talking about a team that have 5 wins being a playoff competition right now. You'd be competing to be in the playoffs right now. I'm not sure that Jonathan Gannon survives this. I'm really not. Because at the end of the day, you are who you hired.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew Petzing, he's on you. All of it's on you.
Yep.
And I think he's a smart guy. I think he's a smart defensive coach. But that team's not well coached defensively.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most damning thing to an NFL head coach to me. You got this job because you were a defensive guy. Then why are you not better defensively? Okay, you can't score? Cool. You got the wrong coordinator? We can fix that. The defense is not good. You just gave up 38 points in a half. Best team in the league. One of the best teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the road. I get all that. 38 points, that's only happened a handful of times in the history of this league. You just did that. At not full health, but close enough.
Mm-hmm. Number 21.
The Atlanta Falcons. I want to do 21 and 20 together.
Okay. Number 20.
The Carolina Panthers. Hey, you're the same team. You're the exact same team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like your quarterback. You have pieces around him because I like Rico Dowdle.
Yep.
I like Ted McMillan.
Yep.
I like Drake London.
Yep.
I like Bijan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I like your quarterbacks when they're throwing to those 2. I hate them when they're throwing to anybody else. Atlanta's defense is better. But I think Carolina has a brighter future. Because I look at Atlanta, the bad thing for Atlanta is that you're going to lose Jeff Ulbrich when you fire Raheem Morris.
Yes.
And what that defense, how that defense is currently constituted, there are only so many guys that can do that. And I know you'll say I'm biased, and I am biased because Jeff's a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I love what he's done in Atlanta. I hate what has happened with that offense. The best thing that could happen to Atlanta, and you're going to call me a conspiracy theorist when I say this, but I really believe it. The best thing that could happen is that this team gets eliminated from playoff contention, and Zach Robinson gets hired at Oklahoma State. That may save Raheem Morris. Because I don't think the offense can be worse than it is right now. And Zach Robinson played quarterback at Oklahoma State. They're going to want to jump on recruiting. And as soon as they get eliminated, I won't be shocked if he says,
gotta go.
I got to go.
Right.
And you put somebody else in that position, and maybe you see a little spark from Michael Penix towards the end of the year, and that's enough to keep Raheem Morris' job. Because they love him there. They love him, but he's just not a good coach, and he's terrible with the clock.
And see, it's stuff like that. That if it was just, you're catching bad breaks and you're losing and the offense isn't doing well, and we can heap this all on Zach Robinson, that would be one thing. But it's when you come down to the mental lapses of the head coach, like in the clock management realm. I know there have been coaches all over the place that have had problems with managing the clock. Do you know where those coaches are right now?
Doing shows just like this one.
They're unemployed. Exactly, right? Like Mike McCarthy's one that we talked about.
Current favorite to get the New York Giants job.
Which is crazy.
Please don't do that.
Do it.
Please don't do that. Just because I want to be right about Jackson Dart, please do not bring him to New York.
But yeah, Matt Eberflus, another coach that is now an assistant somewhere.
Yeah, he's in Dallas.
Right.
He's coordinating that god-awful Dallas defense we were just talking about.
Right.
But I look at Carolina and Atlanta very similarly. Your good's good. It's just super inconsistent. I do believe in Canales a little bit more than I believe in Raheem Morris because you've won games you weren't supposed to. Atlanta has lost games they weren't supposed to. Carolina could lose to any team in the NFL, and it doesn't really shock me. Because that roster just 1-53 is not good enough. It takes time. It's part of the process. They're better this year than they were last year.
Yeah. The question is it enough?
Atlanta is atrophying.
No doubt about it.
Michael Penix is atrophying.
Well, I mean, see, I don't think the rest of the team is. That's the problem. Yeah, your quarterback is awful.
The line is.
Well, I mean, they're getting old.
The lines, there is definitely some atrophy there.
Right.
And Michael Penix is regressing.
Your weapons are not.
Michael Penix at this point looks like he's trying to throw a javelin when he throws a football. And it takes so unbelievably long.
Another 2-touchdown week for Tyler Algier this week.
That's fun. Yeah, because a lot of people like me have him as the handcuff to Bijan Robinson. It's really fun when I play Bijan and Tyler's sitting on the bench and outscored Bijan.
Yep. By quite a bit, I think.
Andreas Pinckney has a good point, too. The Rams own the Falcons' first-round pick. Trust me, that's going to become a thing. It's going to become a thing we talk about more and more. I've brought this up several times during the show. The Falcons have a really easy last run of the schedule. They play the Saints twice, who now have a quarterback. They play the Jets, who's starting to get a little bit of momentum, and there's starting to be a lot of buy-in with Aaron Glenn. I'm not saying they're good. It's just not nearly as much fun to play them right now as it would have been a month ago.
Okay.
The Cardinals, who I still think are talented and young and playing for a coach that they like. Carolina, kind of same thing as Arizona. And you get Tampa Bay, Seattle, and the Rams. That pick from Atlanta could be way better than we ever planned on. You nailed James Pierce. He's been phenomenal if you watch Atlanta.
Yep.
But you did give up a pick that you probably shouldn't have.
At number 19.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. You're not good.
No, they're not. Aaron Rodgers throwing up a 4 QBR this week was...
The offense is awful.
I mean, but it was just further proof of everything I've believed about them. That this is still that same old Pittsburgh Steelers smoke and mirrors that we've seen for 5 freaking years.
Is there a coach in the history of the NFL that has gotten more credit for being a good offensive mind with absolutely nothing to back it up more than Arthur Smith?
No.
Everybody tells me how smart he is. Every quarterback regresses under him. The running game is always clunky if it doesn't include Derrick Henry. And I've yet to ever see him develop a receiver. Ever. And yet somehow, Arthur Smith, team's fighting over him. Stop fighting over him. He sucks.
Right. You should let him go. You should have let him go be the new head coach at Carolina.
You should let him go be the next spokesman for mustaches for you. Shave that thing. You want it. You want to make a dumb guy look dumber? Give him that weird mustache that looks like he hangs out, like he's Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused. You know what I love about 18-year-old girls? I keep getting older. They stay the same age. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I have to. Oh,
yeah. It works on Matthew McConaughey. You know who it doesn't work on? A overweight offensive coordinator that already kind of looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah, no. He looks like he's definitely done crimes.
Arthur Smith looks like a cartoon character. Like if Eeyore was a real life person, if they ever did a real, like a live action, Disney loves doing that. If they ever did a live action Winnie the Pooh, Arthur Smith would be the odds-on favorite to play Eeyore.
Arthur Smith, to me, looks like the same character that they keep putting in all of the Pixar movies. They just change one thing about him every time they put him in a new movie.
And the rainbow follows him around.
Like he just shows up. He shows up as the gas station in one, and then the next, hey, it's the same guy. He's driving the bus in the next Pixar movie.
Gambit fan said, well, now I have to ask who'd be Piglet. Tank. Tank would be Piglet. Oh. I mean, he's a big damn piglet, but I don't.
Ooh, easy now.
I don't believe that was on here.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM, at 1400. We're getting closer and closer to actual good teams on a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll be right back after this.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gusting from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. And then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday, a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
This is what it sounds like to win $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my God, thank you!
Get ready for it to happen to you.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Every weekday.
Awesome!
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Dynamic Detailing Full Service Car Wash, they pay close attention to details so you don't have to. Give your car the VIP treatment by local professionals. Voted best car wash in Asheville. Connected to the Jiffy Lube on Hendersonville Road near Shiloh and Gaines Coffee. A true, locally owned family business. Just good Christian folks doing good work. 231-5272. Dynamic-detailing.com. Or just come on by 720 Hendersonville Road. Dynamic Detailing Full Service Car Wash. We take pride in your ride.
This Veterans Day, WWNC proudly presents a salute to veterans at Cultivated Cocktails. Join us November 11th at 6 p.m. for live music from Nick Mack and the Noise, special guests, and a night to honor our veterans. Veterans get in free. Don't miss it, November 11th.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, We live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
ESPN Asheville and Asheville Smiles is giving a complete smile makeover to one winner with a value of up to $60,000. This personalized transformation could include advanced cosmetic and restorative treatments tailored to your needs, all delivered by a team known for exceptional care and results. You can nominate yourself or a loved one in need. All submissions, which include photos and your story, are due November 20th, 2025. Nominate the person in your life that deserves a smile makeover now. ESPNAVL.com. It's a smile makeover from Asheville Smiles and ESPN Asheville.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
From the Ingles studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, W225CJ Candler, the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Live from the Ingles studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingles studio on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. A very, very happy Veterans Day to everyone. Just we hadn't officially said it as a program, so I feel like we should definitely address that. We would not be able to do the stupid things that we do on the radio today if it were not for the great service of our men and women of our armed forces. So our deepest gratitude goes out to you each and every day, but especially on this day. If you have a veteran in your life that you're thinking, what could I possibly do that would be special on this day to celebrate my beloved veteran, then you could go to Cultivated Cocktails this evening, as we'll be down on Charlotte Highway. News Radio 570 WWNC. Salute to veterans. We're going to be doing a special live morning show with me and Mark, and we're going to be bringing in guests via Zoom and talking all things, veterans and veteran-related. Going to be a lot of fun. We are actually doing a live show on WWNC from 4 until 6 this afternoon from Cultivated Cocktails. So as soon as we're done here, I got to head across town. And we'll hit that, but 6 to 8:30 tonight at Cultivated Cocktails. Come on down. There's a full food menu. We've got a special drink that they made just for us that I lobbied for them to call it the Rum Dinger, but it didn't come to fruition. I don't know. I didn't see what the final vote was. I think it came down to the Red, White, and Booze would be the name of the drink tonight.
If it was named after Mark Starling, what would it been called?
The probably the Panic Attack. More than likely, he's poured a lot into pulling this event off. He's worked really hard on it
for sure,
and we're thankful for all of his efforts putting this thing together. It's going to be a great event. It's $10 at the door for anyone who's not a veteran. Veterans get in free. You can make a donation as well if you are a veteran, but $10 donations at the door, and all of the proceeds that we gather tonight are going to the honor flight to help send a veteran up to Washington, D.C. to see the World War II and Veterans Memorials. So it's going to a great cause. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a lot of laughs. I'll guarantee you that. And there's door prizes. If you're in it, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, we've got a signed Carolina Panthers helmet that we're going to be giving away tonight. We've got several books from our guests that are going to be joining us on the show. There's Bears gift cards and Bojangles gift cards. We pulled a whole bunch. We raided the prize closet, basically. And we're going to have a lot of door prizes to give away. So come on down, see Terry Lynn Queen. She'll be there doing the national anthem for us, as she does for every heritage event here in the greater Western North Carolina area. And Nick Mack and the Noise are going to be there as well, playing some tunes for us. So it's going to be a full evening down at Cultivated Cocktails on Charlotte Highway. We'll be down there live from 4 to 6 on WWNC, and then 6 until like 8:30 is the actual Salute to Veterans shindig. So come on down and join us. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday here in the Sportsocracy. As we roll through who's the best team in the league, we're not close to the best team in the league just yet.
Nope.
We still have some.
We're in the meaty clackers.
We have some disappointing teams to go through before we get to the good teams. These are more the head scratchers. Are they good? Or are they not?
We have two teams that played each other that I say we do together because I'm not sure you're not the same team.
And number 18,
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And at number 17,
the Houston Texans. But there's a possibility one of these two teams makes the playoffs, and that makes blood want to come out of my ears.
Well, I mean, somebody is. How's that possible?
Because the AFC's that bad.
I was like, the whole Davis Mills made the comeback this weekend was one that I did not have on my bingo card.
I'm still very upset that we didn't laud Davis Mills and Trevor Lawrence as the first battle of the giraffes that we've ever had in NFL history.
Trevor Lawrence is something awful.
Yeah, he's bad.
He
is proof positive. I don't ever want to hear can't miss quarterback ever again because you all can miss.
Yes, I've lost hope. I
kind of have.
I thought that, I'll give you the coaches, right? We went through the Urban Meyer thing. Nobody was going to work under that. Fine. Then we went through the Doug Peterson thing. And it was like, well, wait a minute. He's supposed to be a better offensive coach, but Trevor still doesn't look much better than he did. And now we're to Liam Cohen. And he's not better. He's worse.
Yep.
To me, it's a sunk cost at this point. And unfortunately, you just paid him $50 million a year. $53 million a year, I think.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of money.
I mean, you made the same mistake the Miami Dolphins did. Yours is not as glaring right now, but I'll guarantee you in another year, it probably will be.
Let's play a fun game.
Uh-huh.
Trevor Lawrence's worst QBR as a quarterback was in what year? He came into the league in 2021. He has started at least 10 games in every season, except this one because they've only played 9.
I will say 2023.
2023 was his highest. It was a 56.9.
Swing and a miss.
He was a 56.1 on both sides of that.
Okay.
His rookie year with Urban Meyer, he was a 39.1.
Yeesh.
This current year, he's a 41.9.
Mm-hmm.
He has regressed back to where we started. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Jacksonville does not get after the quarterback consistently enough. I don't love what they have in the back half. I saw hope early because I thought the offense looked good when they were really leaning on the run game. Then the NFL figured it out. Mm-hmm. You put this on Trevor Lawrence, and he can't beat you. He just can't. It's not there, especially when there's no Brian Thomas and there's no Travis Hunter. When he doesn't have weapons and it's Parker Washington and Brenton Strange, he cannot do it by himself.
Mm-hmm. Things were looking so good a month
ago. I liked what I saw early, and I was like, when they figure this out and they get the plays in, we're good.
But then you ran into the Seahawks, you ran into the Rams. Nobody really expected you to win those games. We expected you to at least be competitive against the Rams, and you weren't. And the last 2 weeks, you played a one-score game with the Raiders that you had to win in overtime. And you got beat by Davis Mills this past week. I feel like it doesn't get much lower than that.
No. And now we've said all that to say, Houston Texans, you're not in any better shape.
No.
Because you have 2 really good edge rushers. You have 1 really good corner, and I can't say much else nice about you. You are one of the worst, most maddening running teams I've ever seen in my life. Your offensive line's a joke. And the rest of the defense is not good. I mean, you got a few high watermarks. I saw we were talking about front offices yesterday, and I saw a poll that was talking about which front office do you have the most faith in, and somebody had voted. 2 people voted for the Houston Texans, and I cannot figure that out. Outside of Will Anderson, can you name me what they actually have done right in the last 10 years? It's not there. It's still the same idiot GM that it was. Right. He just got lucky. He went all in on a quarterback that was good for a year. He has obliterated the offensive line. He can't find a defensive tackle to save his life. Derek Stingley fell in his lap. By the way, he did take him over Sauce Gardner, and depending on what you're looking for, that may or may not have been the right decision.
Right.
I think it works in Houston. It wouldn't have worked everywhere. And you really haven't done anything else right. This is a bad franchise.
Mm-hmm. And at best, you're looking at a 7-win team.
And the bad thing is, I don't think you can fire him or D'Amico Ryans.
Not yet. Well, you got 1 more year.
To me, that is just the most. It doesn't. They are irrelevant. And I mean, I feel bad for guys like Chez that you had such high hopes and they catfish you. But I think a good GM has the bones to make this good. I just don't think Nick Caserio is that guy.
How big is the jump from Houston at 17 up to number 16?
The Minnesota Vikings. How big is that jump? It's about as far as you can jump. Just a little.
I can jump?
Yeah. If Tank was doing the long jump, that's about how much of about 4 feet to Minnesota. Because I hate to break it to you, got the quarterback wrong.
Yep.
And you remember that thing we said about Arthur Smith? I've never seen an offensive coach get more credit for not really doing squat. Mm-hmm. On the defensive side, that guy's name is Brian Flores.
Okay. Not the scheme's not pleasing you this year?
The scheme never pleased me. It was always a gimmick. The thing was that you added Jonathan Grenard, who was a great free agent signing, not going to lie. I missed that one. Andrew Van Ginkel. So you add these players in, Dallas Turner. So you throw all this stuff at it. The problem is defensively, you're not any good. Can you give me a metric with the Minnesota Vikings that makes you feel hunky-dunky about what they are defensively?
No.
Because everybody talks about them like they're an elite defensive team. They're middle of the road in everything.
Really?
Everything. And if you want to go on the bad side, they're one of the lesser rushing defenses in the league, and teams have figured that out. I could run on you at will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. I don't think I'm ever going to get it. And then you pair that with, J.J. McCarthy, go back and listen to what I said. Tell me where I was wrong. Right. Everybody wanted to argue with me. Oh, and the tight window throws, he's there. No, okay, stop watching it as a fan of Michigan. Watch it as an honest-to-God evaluator. And tell me what throw you saw of his that did not come off play action, didn't come off the fact that there were 7 or 8 guys in the box because they were so worried about you running on them, or the fact that Roman Wilson and all those guys were consistently open and they were really good hand catchers of the football. Because now you get to the NFL and he's made Justin Jefferson an afterthought. That's hard to do. A receiver that's that good, he has made him a complete afterthought. Do you know where Justin Jefferson is right now in receiving yards in this league?
Let me guess, 17th.
He's 8th.
Ooh, okay.
He's 8th.
Mm-hmm.
He's 7th in targets. Now, I'm going to do that same thing you did with Dallas, where you really narrow it down.
Mm-hmm.
How many 100-yard games does he have?
3.
It's 2.
Okay.
What do they both have in common?
Let me guess, they were against terrible defensive teams.
No, they were against the Steelers and the Browns.
Okay.
Who's the quarterback?
Not J.J. McCarthy.
Bingo.
Carson Wentz.
With J.J. McCarthy, he has 4 catches for 44 yards, 3 for 81, with a 50-yard reception on a complete busted coverage against the Atlanta Falcons. 5 for 75 against the Bengals. 7 for 74 against the Chargers, much of which happened while this was just absolute. Actually, that was Carson Wentz. I lied. That wasn't McCarthy. 6 for 47 against the Lions, 4 for 37 against the Baltimore Ravens. He has turned Justin Jefferson into what I was afraid of, which is if you're not an over-the-top threat, he's and I don't want to take this as everybody gave me so much flack. Oh, you missed on Justin Jefferson. Watch him now. Watch him now and see it from my perspective when he was coming out of LSU. Because I saw him do this with Jamar Chase. When you take him out of the game, you take him out of the game. And this was my fear. I was afraid he was going to wind up with a bad quarterback that couldn't get the ball. Then he got Kirk Cousins, and it worked hunky-dunky.
Yep.
Then he had Sam Darnold, and it worked hunky-dunky until it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch it. My qualm with him was not the athletic ability, it was the mental makeup. And now I'm seeing a lot of that bad coming out with J.J. McCarthy because he knows he cannot get me the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it would worry me to death if I was a Vikings fan.
Yeah. Let's go number 15.
Go. The San Francisco 49ers. We'll do 2 more teams and then take a break.
Okay.
Because I kind of lump these next 2 together.
All right.
To the point, let's do 14.
So, number 14.
The Chicago Bears. I'm not doing this to be punny. Fool's gold. Neither one of you has a quarterback. Do yourself a favor. Go watch Chase Daniels' breakdown of Caleb Williams. It's on Twitter, and I think it's on YouTube as well. It's the most comprehensive breakdown of what I've been saying about Caleb Williams that I've ever seen. I watched it this morning. It was fantastic. It's every problem I have with him. And you watch him, and you can put lipstick on this pig all you want to. It's not there. It's not there with San Francisco either. The Bears were down 2 scores at home to the New York Giants. Oh, but they came back. Did they come back or did the Giants fall down? Go back and watch the tape. It's right there. It's right there in front of you. You just have to consume it. I think Chicago is better than San Francisco, but I think they're eerily similar teams. I just don't think there's anything there. You're fine. You have so much talent on these teams. Honestly, I think Ryan Poles has done a great job of building a roster to prop up Caleb Williams. The problem is that I know you'll not be able to keep it in place.
Yeah.
Because you can't pay everybody. Yeah. Right now, I think Caleb is still developing, and by the time he develops enough to be a true franchise quarterback, everybody's going to be gone. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be having to try to cobble this together, and I don't know how good that's going to look at that time. San Francisco, I've said this all year long, they're going to be the worst playoff team you've ever seen.
No.
Because I don't think what do they do well? The NFL, statistically.
Mm-hmm.
The defense doesn't scare me in any shape, form, or fashion, especially with no Bosa. And now with Fred Warner, it's just a bunch of backups that are trying their damnedest to play this Robert Saleh scheme, and it just looks clunky. Andreas Pinckney in our YouTube chat said, Chase Daniel is amazing with his film breakdowns. He is the GOAT backup quarterback. I'll say this, and I mean it. When it comes to straight just X's and O's evaluation, I think Chase Daniel might be the best we have.
Really?
He is. I could listen to him for hours. And it's super nerd talk. It's for people like me. Mm-hmm. If you want to get smarter about football, listen to Chase Daniel. Some of it may be a little, if you're not super X's and O's, it may be a little over your head. But you'll learn every single time you watch it, and it's so good. And I could probably count on one hand the number of times we've really disagreed about anything. And that's not me saying I think he's smart because we agree. He sees the tape the same way that I do. Mm-hmm. And he can do it from a quarterback. I never played quarterback, so I don't see it that way. He sees it in a way that I can't even see it. And I think he is I'm going to steal Andreas's line. He is the GOAT film breakdown guy.
You're in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. When we come back, we'll get into the top 13 of the Week 11 Power Rankings next.
This is an all-new era of Carolina football.
Cost at the 40, cuts back. Cost at the 20. Caleb to the house. Touchdown, Carolina.
Don't miss 1 minute of the action as Coach Bill Belichick takes the reins.
Tight rushing down the sideline. Cuts back at the 5. Give him 6, baby. Touchdown, Carolina.
On your home for Carolina football.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new Snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons? You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
This Veterans Day, WWNC invites you to salute veterans at Cultivated Cocktails in Asheville. Join us Tuesday, November 11th for a powerful evening featuring live music from Nick Mack and the Noise, special guests, and a celebration for those who have served. Veterans get in free. Just a $10 donation for everyone else, with proceeds supporting the Blue Ridge Honor Flight. The music starts at 6. Let's raise a glass and show our gratitude to Western North Carolina's veterans. WWNC's Salute to Veterans, November 11th. Don't miss it.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
We are the Nix family, and this is our Ingles story.
Welcome to Henderson County, North Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its 5th and 6th generation, cultivating fresh fruit for the local community and beyond. For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingles markets. We look forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit bearsbbq.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
We are back at the Sportsocracy, and it is ESPN Asheville on a Power Rankings Tuesday. here in the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingles studio. This will be Jeremy's last show in the Ingles studio before we go to Bears Smokehouse Barbecue this Thursday for the kickoff of the brand new week of the NFL.
Always very excited about a new week of the NFL. Sorry, that was my fault. I got a little distracted in the hall.
You're all good. You're all good. Week 11 of the NFL going to start out with Jeremy's Jets against the New England Patriots, who are wearing possibly the coolest uniforms to hit the scene in at least 5 years.
And
those blue slate uniforms are awesome.
They're sweet.
I think I want one. I think I want a Drake Maye.
They're very, very sweet.
Slate.
And they're going to lead to the New England Patriots beating the smoke off the Jets.
Could possibly. Not going to be, it's going to be a minute or two before you hear the New England Patriots coming up on the power rankings here. But don't forget to join us for every kickoff Thursday at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue. They do have the best meat in town. The Back Alley Bar is one of the coolest new spots to watch games around the area. They got the fire pits outside if you want to hang outside. If it's too cold outside, you can hang out inside at the bar. They got a very friendly staff, and they're always there to serve you. The food is fantastic, and they can take all the pressure off of you for your Thanksgiving. Do not forget, if you want to spend more time with the family this Thanksgiving, let Bears do the cooking for you. You can get the big bear feast. They've got a little bear feast if there's not that many of you, and you can order online, bearsbbq.com. Got to get all those Thanksgiving orders in by November the 22nd. bearsbbq.com, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, the official barbecue of the Sportsocracy. Love that Texas pepper.
Oh, it's all
I can't get enough of that Texas pepper sauce.
I'm very excited. They're doing our Thanksgiving. I'm very excited about it.
I actually had some fries from McDonald's earlier today, and thanks to Jeremy Green for grabbing that on the way in. But I actually created a brand new sauce with the Grizzly Ghost Pepper barbecue sauce from Bears, mixed with the honey mustard from Chick-fil-A. It's quite nice. It was quite nice. It's an explosion of flavors.
Boys and girls, this is a great time. I think this could be a new campaign that we run called Ask a Fatus. You want to know what flavors work?
Mm-hmm.
Ask somebody that weighs over 250.
Damn right.
They know.
Damn right. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. We are up to number 13.
We're going to do 4 teams in a row, because I think you're all the same.
Okay, number 13.
The Buffalo Bills.
Number 12.
The Denver Broncos.
Number 11.
The Green Bay Packers.
And number 10.
The Los Angeles Chargers. All 4 of you are the exact same to me.
Okay.
You have all the pieces. You got all the pieces you could ever want. But you're missing something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through them one by one. Buffalo, I think you're missing the coach. I have routinely been Seacrest out on McDermott because I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's a fine one.
Mm-hmm.
Denver is quarterback. I am really intrigued to see what Sean Payton can conjure up. I said this last night. I figured out the zone thing. I promise you every NFL coach has figured it out. Now I want to see what Sean does to scheme against it, knowing it's coming. Bo Nix's been awful against zone.
Mm-hmm.
I know now, if I'm Sean Payton, I'm going in going, I don't care who we're playing. We're going to see 70% zone because he's lighting it up against man. The Raiders did it. A couple other teams have done it the last handful of weeks. The Giants did it early. I know that's what's coming. How can I scheme him out of this? Sean Payton's smart enough to do it. I think of all the things that worry me with this quartet of teams, they worry me the least. I think they have the lowest ceiling, but I also think they have the highest floor.
Okay.
Green Bay, your quarterback just routinely makes the wrong call. He thinks he's got a howitzer attached to his shoulder, and it leads him into bad decisions. I'm not sure you have the coach either. In terms of roster and coach, the best of you is 10, the Chargers.
Yep.
But you're also the most hurt. And I'm not sure that there's any way you're getting past the fact that your tackles are awful. I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little strange because you know how much I like Amarian Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're in better shape with Kamani Vidal.
Really?
I knew he was good when they drafted him. I didn't know he was this good. He's just a very all-around back. And Amarian Hampton's still picking up the NFL game. Kamani Vidal has probably been the underrated VP of the league.
Okay.
The most underrated, valuable player in the league.
Probably so.
Because he has changed a lot with that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I watched very limited with Hassan Haskins and went, they are screwed. That's why I said that a few weeks ago. We were talking about fantasy football, and everybody's like, Hassan Haskins. That ain't the one you want, because I'm telling you, he's going to figure it out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It will not take long, and he'll figure out what I've already figured out, Hassan Haskins is a slug.
It didn't even take a game.
No.
They immediately went to Kamani Vidal.
And Vidal he's shown some pop. I really like him. I think he's going to be involved even after Amarian Hampton comes back, and you're going to see a 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get to just look at every good team in the AFC. You know what they all have? Pass rushers. And they're going to harass Justin Herbert.
Yep.
The defense is getting better by the week, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Minter. That's a name low-key. Look for him to be a head coach.
Most definitely.
Next year.
And when you pressure Justin Herbert, he tends to make more mistakes. And that's always been my problem with him, is that he gets very interception happy. I know he didn't throw one this past week against the Steelers, but the previous 7 games before that, he threw 8 interceptions in those 7 games. If he keeps giving the ball to the other team on top of getting harassed, try again next year.
Every quarterback does that with pressure. I think it's a little worse with him, but I do trust Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
We have one independent team before we get to the top 8. And this team, for me, is on an island all by themselves, and I'm not even sure how to explain it.
At number 9.
The Baltimore Ravens. I trust you whether I should or not. And that's the only way I know to explain that. I trust you whether I should or not. The defense is improved. Lamar looks healthy. It looks the way it's supposed to. He got Zay involved this week against Minnesota. And I go back to our little schedule ranker. Where do the Baltimore Ravens fit in remaining strength of schedule?
4th.
According to Tankathon, Baltimore has the 7th easiest schedule the rest of the season. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think they have them too low. I get it, you're going by percentages. If we're going by common sense, they play New England.
Yep.
That's a Tier 1 game. Green Bay's a Tier 2 game. You don't have another that's outside of Tier 4. Because you got 2 with the Steelers, 2 with the Bengals, 1 with the Browns, 1 with the Jets.
Right. I mean, maybe the Bengals, one of those games with Joe Burrow coming back.
And we do
both.
And we do have to give Stephen Tao credit. The last time we did power rankings, he said Baltimore will be single digits in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Do you know when that was?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yep. Good for him.
Look, Stephen knew his team.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it, and there is a little bit of the Randy Marsh putting your huevos in the wheelbarrow when you're Baltimore, because you know this team finds a way. You've got a great GM. You've got a great coach. They know how to deal with a problem. And Baltimore, better than probably any team in the league, they don't roll over and die. They look to the trade market. They look to free agents, whether it was Kyle Van Noy, whether it was the guys they added this year.
Mm-hmm.
When they have a problem, they fix it.
Yeah.
It's not terminal.
No, they never roll over in the offseason.
And
it's always in the playoffs that they do that.
I'm telling you, a lot of people took a lot of shots at me for Jeremy had Baltimore in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I feel a lot less bad about that than you probably think I should.
Right. At number 8 in the Week 11 power rankings comes a team very near and dear to my heart. We'll take the break, and then we'll talk about my team. Coming up at number 8 in the Week 11 power rankings, up next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gust in from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. Then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday, a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
This is where it starts, where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment, committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Cott?
Top 8 in Week 11 of the NFL Power Rankings. Can't say that that I'm too surprised that my team ends up in this list.
The copulating 8.
What?
I just wanted to find a reason to say that.
I guess so. Okay.
This is the sassy teams in the NFL.
Number 8.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The sassy Tampa Bay
Fire
Buccaneers.
them cannons, by golly, put more powder in them things.
Yeah,
they're not that sassy. They're a
little sussy. If you ask me.
They're a little sassy.
That defense is very sussy.
They're kind of like that girl that she walks in. She's like, I'm only friends with guys. I don't like girls. Girls are. I don't have a way to say that word on the show. It starts with a B. You know the one I'm talking about. I don't like girls. And then you realize that, you don't like girls because you're the girliest of all of them. Like, hey, you're the one doing all the things that you say you hate other people doing. Tampa Bay can score points. I still think you have a massive problem of you can't beat good teams. I mean, look at who they've beaten. Who am I supposed to look at and go, yeah, that's the one? You got mushed by the Detroit Lions. If I'm being honest, you got mushed by the New England Patriots. They just couldn't convert.
Mm-hmm.
That was more them than you. The interception to Drake Maye, he literally hit Tyke Smith in stride.
Right.
In a pass that should have gone into the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They kept you in that. You didn't keep you in that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do anything to keep you in that.
Agreed. We don't have horses to keep us in it.
That wasn't me trying to convince you of that.
Yeah.
I knew you as a fan would have seen that and go, I never really felt like we were winning that game.
No.
I thought we might steal it when he threw that interception, but that was the extent of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about Tampa Bay. When you get up against these good teams, I feel like you're going to have to steal games. Now, here's the difference
like you
this
did
year.
against the Seahawks.
I could write a book on that game. Not important. The difference between in Tampa Bay this year and in years past for me, I think you can steal those games.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you can steal those games where you couldn't before.
Yeah.
You needed Detroit to shoot themselves 18 times for them to bleed to death enough for you to beat them. That's rare that a team will do that. If I remember correctly, they were in the red zone, 6 times? They scored once.
Yes, last year. Yeah.
You're not going to get that very often. Now, all you need's a couple boo-boos, and you can take advantage of it. But still, when you play the Lions or the Seahawks, you need those boo-boos because without them, you're not beating them.
Mm-hmm. They're at the Bills. They're at the Rams.
I love you this week. You're a 5.5-point dog. I love that.
And then the easiest schedule in the last 5 weeks of the season.
You have the 4th easiest schedule with the Rams and Bills.
Excuse me, 6. Last 6 games of the schedule. That's why, like, I look at this past game and I go, okay, so we didn't win this game. All right. If we go into the Bills and we go in against the Rams, okay, maybe we can't beat good teams. Maybe we are just the San Francisco 49ers of the East Coast.
No, you're better than that.
Our schedule is so – but what I'm saying is the schedule is so bad, this team should get to 12 wins regardless.
See, to me, you're better than that. That's why you're at 8 and San Francisco's at 14 or wherever they were.
Right.
Because I don't think the schedule matters. They can lose to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can.
That team gets healthy, too. Look out. Mike Evans comes back. Chris Godwin comes back. Bucky Irving. Unfortunately, we got a bad report on Bucky yesterday that there's not really a timetable now.
Yeah, it's been making me more and more nervous.
And that's not good.
It's a foot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, feet are weird.
Yeah.
As somebody that broke one and didn't know it, feet are weird.
Well, I think they're also at the point right now where they're deciding, do we do surgery or do we not do surgery?
Well, if you do surgery, it's done.
Right.
So this is a story for another day. I just want to put a pin in it, and at some point we'll come back to it. I would not be as happy about getting healthy as you seem to be. Because I've seen something with Tampa Bay. Somebody in the chat remind me of this the next time Tampa Bay comes up. I've seen something with that team that would scare the bejesus out of me if I was a Tampa fan. Just
okay.
That'll be a long tease.
I was going to say that's a heck of a tease. At number 7.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, here's another team that I don't know why I believe in you, but man, I do. Not that I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl because I don't think they have the ponies for that.
Mm-hmm.
It still goes through them. You're still going to have to beat Pat Mahomes with either Drake Maye, Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, and that's a whale of an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That is a whale of an advantage.
Is this a Charger team or excuse me, a Charger team? Is this a Chiefs team that's still capable of beating the best of the best in the NFL?
Yes.
Because they
know how to win.
We thought that. We thought that, but then they lose to the Bills. And
they got smoked by the Bills.
Yeah. And now the Bills look weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And your other wins on that schedule don't look too great.
Mm-mm.
Giants. Okay, you got the Lions. Raiders, Commanders, and the Ravens when they were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be some challenges coming
And
up.
look, they've got some tough games on that schedule.
Oh, yeah.
They still play the Chargers. They're at the Broncos this week, which is the game of the week for sure. Without even looking at the schedule, it's the game of the week. You play the Colts the week after that. Then you get the Cowboys. I believe that's on Thanksgiving. That won't go well for Dallas. Dallas fans, maybe take this year off. Maybe enjoy the family. Enjoy the turkey. Because Pat's going to throw for a gajillion yards. Kansas City's going to be there, and I know they know how to win.
Ooh, you said Chiefs-Broncos is bad. This is a good week for football if you haven't looked at the schedule.
Yep, this is one that they didn't warn you about this one, but we've got – college is that way too.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple games that you go, I don't want to do much this weekend.
I don't know about Chiefs-Broncos being the best game of the day when we got the Lions and the Eagles. We also have the Seahawks and the Rams.
This is
the
an
Bills
NFL,
and the Bucks.
This is an NFL day for NFL people.
Yeah. It's going to be a good weekend.
It's a good old good.
Number 6.
The Los Angeles Rams. Your quarterback's playing at another level.
Which is kind of why I'm surprised you've got them this low on the list.
Well, they lost to 5. 4 plays, absolutely nobody. And I think they're the 3rd, 4th best team in the NFC. Because the defense still scares me.
Okay.
The Rams can obliterate bad teams. They can obliterate bad teams. If you look back, so really break down the Rams. They beat a Ravens team with Tyler Huntley, a bad 49er team, a bad Saints team, a bad Jaguars team, a bad Titans team, a bad Texans team. Several of those games were, one of those games, Texans, was way closer than it should have been. You found a way to lose to the Eagles. You lost to the 49ers in a game that still breaks my brain. And if A.D. Mitchell doesn't throw one out of the back of the end zone, who knows how that game with the Colts ends up. You're really, really, really good. The problem with the Rams is not 1 to 10. It's 11 to 53. And I think the 5 teams ahead of you are better 11 to 53. I think you're better at quarterback than most of the teams in front of you. But I also have and maybe this is my own bias because Matthew Stafford is an older quarterback. I worry. I worry as the season goes on. Do we lose this special Matt Stafford? Because if you do, you're done. You're here because of how unbelievably good he's been. If anything happened to that, ask yourself this question. If Matthew Stafford got abducted by space aliens tomorrow, where would the Rams be mentally for you? And why does it start with a 2 and have 2 digits? Because they don't run particularly well.
Yeah,
they have 2 really good receivers, but if you take away the point guy, and now it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Or Stetson Bennett.
It would be Jimmy Garoppolo. Stetson Bennett's only still here because he has his health insurance with the Rams, and they really want him to be able to keep that. But you start getting into shootouts with Jimmy Garoppolo and your secondary, you're looking at going, I don't feel like we're quite earmarked.
No.
So I'm picking nits.
Of
They're
course.
very good. I just believe in the 5 ahead of them a little bit more.
Okay. At number 5.
The Philadelphia Eagles. The only reason the Eagles are ahead of you, not necessarily because I believe in them that much, but because you've already played once. You outplayed them for 59 minutes and 54 seconds, and you found a way to lose.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the tiebreaker between.
It was
the 2.
so fluky though. I guess that's where I come down is the Eagles team that I've seen in the last couple of weeks. I think ranks behind the Rams team that I've seen in the last couple of weeks. They're dangerous. There's no doubt about it. The Eagles, we know what they are. We know they're dangerous. I'm very pleased that the Jalen Phillips thing has worked out well for them since bringing him in.
Gambit fan has exactly right. Our defense is elite. Our offense is putrid. But, and here's why I have a little bit more belief in the Eagles than probably I should. What piece do you not have to make the offense not be putrid? You have all the pieces in the room. You just have to figure it out. And I think you are one Kevin Petula demotion away from figuring it out. Because I think at some point Nick Sirianni is going to watch what Dan Campbell just did and go, why don't I do that? Because that seemed to work great for Detroit. And I just – you can believe me. You cannot believe me. I think at some point Nick Sirianni is going to go, what am I doing here?
At some point, you got to try something different.
Well, I mean, and if for nothing else, the decision to go for it on 4th down last night, that should be enough. And I'm sure Sirianni had a hand in it. Somebody had to say, oh, let's go for it. That could have ended so unbelievably badly, and it would have fallen directly in Sirianni's lap. That wouldn't have fallen on anybody else.
At number 4,
the Indianapolis Colts.
Jonathan Taylor has been on a mission from God, basically. He has been absolutely tearing it up, and he's the only thing keeping the wheels from coming off of this bandwagon.
Let's play a fun game. Jonathan Taylor is one game ahead of a few NFL running backs. How many running backs in the NFL are within 50 yards rushing of Jonathan Taylor?
None.
How many running backs are within 100 yards of Jonathan Taylor?
None.
How many are within 200 yards of Jonathan Taylor?
I'll go none again.
It is also none. You'd have to get all the way to 219 because that's how many more yards he has than James Cook. Rico Dowdle is 3. He's 132 yards behind James Cook. Then it bunches up a little bit.
Right.
But Jonathan Taylor has been clearly the number 1 running back in the league. There's only, I believe there is 1 running back. Nope, there are 3 now. If you cut Jonathan Taylor's rushing touchdowns in half, took half away, he'd still be 4th in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. He has 4 more than Josh Jacobs. He has 7 more than every other running back in the league.
Right.
And there's only 2 of those. And if you guessed Javonte Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs, A, you're a witch, and B, you cheated.
17 total touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor already this year, trying to make his case again for an MVP run.
And no fumbles. Among running backs with 100 carries. Among running backs with 100 carries and over 500 yards, he is the only one without a fumble.
Wow. That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3.
The Detroit Lions.
So Dan Campbell now has play calling.
And I'm fine with it.
Which
I think that matters. It matters less than people think because it's still, I mean, he said this 1,000 times. It's still a team effort. Mm-hmm. It's not just I'm unilaterally making all the decisions. I'm just the guy saying it. But I do think I think it does instill a confidence in this team that Dan knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And John Morton doesn't. And I think John Morton was part of the problem. And I'm not shocked that he was. He was a huge problem with the Jets. I thought it was a weird hiring when you made it. And Dan Campbell, like good coaches do, saw a problem and he dealt with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't roll over and die. Don't let this be the end. Don't let this be the thing that kills you. Deal with the problem. That's what he did.
Yep. And this week they got a problem because they're in Philadelphia taking on the Eagles.
Sunday night game.
It's great.
Sunday night game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great Sunday night game.
I'm telling you, this weekend schedule is just a pure chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm.
If you start your football weekend at 1 o'clock on Sunday, because you get Jets, Patriots on Thursday, Commanders, Dolphins in Madrid.
Viva la cultura.
There has not been an assault on the Spanish this aggressive since Christopher Columbus' time.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs real good at what he does. He had a big week this week, and as long as you have this band of weapons together,
that offense can be terrifying.
Right. I mean, how can you not be one of the most trusted teams in the NFL? Because it goes beyond just the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Jahmyr Gibbs goes down, God forbid, we'll throw David Montgomery in there, and he's been just fine.
Anybody worries about the line? I like the line.
Yeah.
The line's coming together. You got a couple guys that had not played high-level snaps. I'm thinking of both the guards. They're getting better. And if that line firms up, shoe buddy.
At number 2, Week 11 Power Rankings.
We've never done this before. We're going to do 2 and 1 together because I think they're the same team.
Okay. Number 2.
The New England Patriots.
And number 1.
The Seattle Seahawks. All right, I'm going to detail what I see out of these two teams. And you tell me where it works for one and not the other. You have an elite young quarterback. You have a running game that's a little clunky and could be better, but you have a young offensive line that's getting better every single week. You have developing weapons that are getting better every single week, and you have a defense that is the big bad bully on the block. Mm-hmm. And you have a defensive coach that knows how to use all these pieces that you have, and it's a coach that I believe in to a certain point. Here's the difference. I believe in New England's coach a little bit more. I believe in Seattle's quarterback a little bit more. This is a lot for a very young quarterback in Drake Maye. I'm not saying I think it's going to – he's light years ahead of where we thought he would be. New England should be the happiest fan base in the league.
Yes. Agreed.
And Seattle should be a very close second. Those two teams are the two best teams in the league. They're the two best teams I've seen, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either one of them have the grumper I've seen the Lions have. I haven't seen them have the grumper that I've seen the Colts have when they played the Rams. I haven't seen them have the grumper that the Eagles have. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Those two, they have the elite playmakers, they have the elite quarterback, and they have the defense that can just absolutely mush your face.
Mm-hmm.
And they both have really difficult home field advantages that if they wind up as the one seed, neither one of those are easy places to go into and win.
Yeah.
Especially because it's been a few years since we've been here, and they know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Foxborough knows how to stack that stadium. And after a few years of being kicked and being down, that's a good franchise that expects to win world titles, and they're real happy to be back here.
Turn the clock back about 10 years here. New England and Seattle.
You know, it's funny. It's funny. Good organizations, no matter how bad things get, the turnaround's always just right around the corner. Bad organizations, no matter how good things get, the fall is always just right around the corner.
Mm-hmm. And here we are. Week 11 power rankings in the books. We will rejoin you tomorrow for a Womack Wednesday here in the Sportsocracy.
I may make a little appearance because I will be here anyway.
Okay, very good.
I have a lot of things. I have to make a trip to Greenville because our cameras, we have to do the same thing down there.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be visual next week. Trey Falco and I figured that out. There's a little plug. Didn't know that. Just looks like a little stem in the table, and you plug it in, and you can hear us.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
You ever not know something? That happened to me.
You learn as you go. We'll be back with you tomorrow for a Womack Wednesday. Thursday, live from Bears Smokehouse Barbecue on a kickoff Thursday. Jets and the Patriots going head-to-head this week. So join us at the Back Alley Bar. Enjoy the evening. Don't forget to join us. Cultivated Cocktails. We're going to be there this evening, our WWNC salute to veterans. We'll see you there.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Sunny but windy and cold continuing through this Veterans Day with a high this afternoon only hitting 43 as winds gusting from the north and northwest at times near 20 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight it will be clear, winds will diminish, and the low temperature should drop down into the upper 20s. Then milder temperatures for Wednesday. Expect sunshine tomorrow with a high of 58. Some more sun Thursday with a high in the upper 50s. Then on Friday, a sunny sky with a high of 66. I'm Jeff Marr from the Weather Channel.
This report is sponsored by Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix Division.
Cracks, erosion, uneven slabs, it only gets worse in freezing weather. Appalachian Sitework Ready Mix is your family-owned local concrete company serving Western North Carolina. Delivering reliable, high-quality concrete on time. Visit AppSiteInc.com today.
ESPN Asheville and Asheville Smiles is giving a complete smile makeover to one winner with a value of up to $60,000. This personalized transformation could include advanced cosmetic and restorative treatments tailored to your needs, all delivered by a team known for exceptional care and results. You can nominate yourself or a loved one in need. All submissions, which include photos and your story, are due November 20th, 2025. Nominate the person in your life that deserves a smile makeover now. ESPNAVL.com. It's a smile makeover from Asheville Smiles and ESPN Asheville.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay,
I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
The Sportsocracy.
You are a regular nuclear meltdown. You better cool off.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Ingles studio,
WPEK Fairview,
WMXF Waynesville,
W225CJ Candler,
the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.